Hey, yep, gonna figure that out later.
Rafa got his plan B.
Damn. You on the pill, my dude?
Rafa, you don't get pregnant if you just beat off. You don't have to take a plan B after.
No, it could go into your gooch.
If you absorb it through your rectal cavity,
Yeah.
you'll be all tight.
Wait, what is the logic?
What? With what part?
He said if you absorb it through your gooch. So Rafa just like leaks out into his own gooch.
Damn, how long you sit there? You don't clean.
I know.
You clearly didn't take sex ed, Alex.
This is not how we're start. This is not how we're starting this. We have a guest today.
This is not the banter.
This is not the banter.
This is not the pre-banter.
That's just disgusting.
Yo,
you know what?
The pre-banter has never been that disgusting.
No, it never.
First of all,
I'm offended,
I didn't take it
and I'm
there.
offended. Excuse you.
Yes,
and I'm
you did.
offended at you, Rafa.
I didn't take it there.
I'm offended that you would even go there when we have a guest. Okay, we have a guest,
first of
and you're
all-
being disrespectful.
First of all, Junior's one of the boys. Okay, so he doesn't
Junior's
get
the boy.
He doesn't get no special treatment. I will tell him to shut the fuck up the same way I tell both of you to shut the fuck up. He doesn't get special treatment. And second of all, I was just showing off these allergy pills, by the way. They're allergy pills. Alex is the one's like, oh, the plan B, don't get pregnant. So,
No. I said you don't need
Ain't
to
nobody
take
mentioned gooch.
I said you don't have to take a plan B after you beat off. You're fine, is what I said. And then you said you can absorb it through your gooch. That's what you said.
So I was just responding to you.
Our
Okay.
special guest today is
No.
Mr. Awesome, aka Junior.
So
Welcome
anyways,
to the
Junior,
show.
Let me tell you about sex education.
Jesus Christ.
No, hold on. Hey,
Yes,
yo,
please
hold on.
enlighten me.
Please no. Can
Okay.
we get the drop first?
I'm gonna hit the sounds and then we can. All right, hold on.
Holy shit. I don't even think that's gonna last the 30 seconds
It's
for
not.
it to have asked. I don't even know what to do with that.
Have you ever had a dream
I mean, gooch is not a bad word.
that you had?
Why don't you people respect the drops? Why? Why? What is up, everybody?
Hello. Hey.
Welcome to episode 56 of the Playing Pod with Alex, John, and Rafa.
Holy shit.
Today's episode is very, very, very special. We have a very special guest for the first time. Asterisk, we had Rafa as a guest one time, but he succeeded
doesn't
the
count.
nation.
He does not count.
He succeeded the nation, came over here. But today's guest is none other than Mr. Awesome. Hey!
Thank you guys for having me. I am super excited. I've never particularly been in a podcast before, so this is all new to
Really?
me.
Oh, get the
No.
hell out of here. You've never been in a podcast before?
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I
this is
don't-
double especially
I'm losing my podcast V card today.
Oh, boy.
Give
Alex,
me that.
Alex,
Give
drop
me
the
that.
cheers. You gotta drop the cheers for our boy here. Yes, sir.
Hey!
Yes,
Gentle.
sir.
BJ, now we're-
Wow.
We've never had an outside guest
Oh.
before either, so
Oh,
this is new for everyone.
You guys lost your guest V card too.
Yup.
Oh
Yes,
my
horns for us
God.
too.
Horns?
Horns for us too. Bro.
I get an applause. We get an applause. We get an applause.
Yeah, we get applause. Yeah, yeah,
I have
yeah.
actually have an announcement. I don't want it to like overtake
Oh, God.
juniors, but can I say my announcement?
I mean, you're already talking. You might as
No.
well. But never mind. Junior said no.
Guys, I shaved my head.
The webcams are on, you bald motherfucker. I
That
can
is
see
my
it.
announcement.
Okay, so
All right,
glad-
Heisenberg, get this.
I'm glad John said that you can see, because for a while on YouTube we haven't had no cameras because we've been working from home effectively
Yes.
for a long time now. We finally figured out how to do cameras. We figured what better episode to bring videos back than with the special guests. So shout out to us. We got video again on YouTube,
Hi,
but-
everybody. Y'all forgot how cute y'all were, honestly.
except for the
Except for
bald one.
Rafa, he's bald.
Except for the bald one.
I like my
yo.
men with hair on their head.
I'm pretty cute.
Yeah,
Junior got hair. Mr. Awesome got hair. Just
Junior
saying.
has. Yeah, Mr. Awesome has hair. He's looking cute.
I was,
Hold on.
I was about to say, John, I kind of like what you got going on there.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Kind of
got,
like
you know what
that
I'm saying?
Clark Kent type of thing.
Word,
Yeah,
take
you
off your
know.
glasses. I want to see your secret identity.
Right.
Hold on. It's It's me,
Look,
John,
it's
guys.
Jackass.
Superman.
I've been bullied. Superman.
Below average man.
hey, it's Guy.
Hold on. I gotta take this moment to shout out our audio listeners over on Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, Apple Podcasts, everywhere you listen. Shout out to you guys, but also want to shout out to the YouTube community because that's the only place where you can see what we play while we pod.
Holy shit.
And today, that game is none other than Call of Duty Black Ops? ? Yes.
Cold War.
That
Yes,
one.
sir.
That one.
It's both. It's Black Ops Cold. It's a fat ass name.
I
The
thought you were
season's
gonna play
almost
that.
done.
I thought you were gonna play the Destruction Derby game, but
After further consideration, Rafa's right. I'm not gonna pay attention
He's not.
because the game is so cool. I loved like car crash derby fucking games, so I'm just like I'm not gonna do that.
okay.
You
Alright.
would get no conversation from me. So Cold War.
Cold War it is. All right. I think
Yes,
that's
sir.
a perfect segue to the segment that I always have to do now with a gun to my head because the community will come
Oh,
after
yeah.
me if I don't. Junior, if you're not familiar, this segment is called "What Are You Playing This Week, Baby?" It's the time where we like to share what games we play
You're playing this
for our
week.
own personal pleasure, off camera, off stream. Except you can include streams and all that. So here we go.
It's too long. Yeah, you're weird.
Well, what's weird about
Junior.
it? What's weird
I
about
forgot
it?
Junior's never heard it.
Yeah, I had to explain it to him. Yo,
Yeah,
welcome
yeah.
to What Are We Playing This
Hey.
Week, baby? This part of the podcast where we like to tell you what the fuck I just explained to Junior a second ago. So, John,
Yes,
John,
sir. Yes, sir.
take it away. Then we'll toss it over to Junior, and then Rafa.
No, this is Junior for last. This is Junior for last because he's the
Okay.
Shouldn't we have Junior first because he's
No,
no,
he's a
you're right.
special
You're right.
guest.
He's like he's
Last.
special guest. He's special. You're right. Well, Alex, great to be here. I played a plethora of games. Okay, I played Call of Duty. Right. I played Overwatch this week. I'm loving Overwatch. I played PUBG. I'm loving PUBG. And Valheim with you guys. I'm playing Valheim with you guys. So that's what I've been playing this week. It's been pretty good. Pretty good week so far.
Rafa, you want to go ahead and take it?
Rafa,
'Cause
I feel like you want
forced
to say
Junior to go
something.
last.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
you're
I
slapping
will
your
go
hands.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm thinking. I played
You had all that time.
Valorant. I played. What else we play, guys?
This is
Overwatch.
your,
What you
this
played,
is your
motherfucker, not
segment. I
what-
don't get why.
What you played.
Yeah, but I played with you guys. Brawlhalla.
Oh yeah, I beat the dog shot.
You're just naming what we played at
You're
Ignite
just
when we
naming- yeah.
went.
Yes.
You told me you were playing VR chat.
Can I finish? See,
Oh,
Junior,
my-
get used to this. Get used to this. They're gonna be interrupting you a lot. All right, I'm just gonna.
It's only Rafa Junior. We don't.
Smash. I played Smash. I played Binding of Isaac. But for the most part, I've been playing VR chat. That's it.
Wowzers! That's crazy
this-
things you said
This
there.
is why I want to get rid of the segment, but you guys won't let me.
Oh,
but-
last week I did a 12-hour Roblox stream.
Hey, shout out to that.
Yeah,
That's
I
lit.
forgot this segment was called "What'd you play last week, baby?"
I wasn't
that-
here last week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
remember he didn't come.
I didn't show up.
Right, he played hooky that day.
He was absent. Yeah.
Yeah.
He called in sick, and
He
we
was
saw him on Twitter talking about, "Yo, fuck this job."
He said, I got the day off, baby. I got the day off, baby.
He's like, "Who's trying to smash?" I heard him.
Yeah.
Me, I've just been playing that Destruction Derby game. I forgot the fucking name of it. John, what's that game called? You just downloaded it.
Oh fuck! It's called.
Come on. Fuck it.
I'll
I've been
put it on the
playing
screen. It's
Link's Awakening on the
Wreckfest.
Switch. Wreckfest. There you go.
Ooh.
I've been playing Link's Awakening on the Switch. All the Zelda anniversary talk reminded me that I never beat that when it came out 2 years ago. So
I've been waiting for you to finish that. So I'd be
So-
appreciative if you.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done with it. I have
Are
like
you-
4 out of the 8 instruments that I have to get. So halfway there, baby. Borderlands 2, I'm back on that, trying to beat it because again, I'm being bullied to beating that.
I'm also waiting for you to finish that. So.
I think that pretty much wraps it up for me and Valheim on stream. So, our special guest, Junior, Mr.
Oh,
Awesome.
shit.
Oh, that's me.
That's my boy.
I've been playing Super Mario 3D World with my friends, and then I've been playing Bowser's Fury. I don't know if you guys have been playing Bowser's Fury, but that game's pretty fire.
Yeah, I want to
I
play.
want it. I want it. I haven't got it.
I
yet.
haven't gotten
Did
it
you guys
just
like
yet.
Odyssey or no?
I did.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Odyssey.
So yeah,
I
you're
love
gonna
Odyssey.
like Bowser's Fury because it's like Odyssey sprinkled in, you know.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Have you beaten it? Like, did you beat it just?
Yeah,
yet,
I
or-
beat it. I'm trying to 100% it right now.
How long is it? Because that was my biggest worry. Like, I don't know how long the game is.
3 hours.
Dang.
It's a
not
game
bad.
mode. It's not a game
Yeah.
game. So it's like,
Oh,
but if you
Yeah.
invest the time to 100%, it's more than 3 hours, obviously.
Right.
true.
Yeah,
Interesting.
'cause
Yeah.
it comes with a Mario 3D Land or whatever.
Yeah, 3D
3D
World. That game
World,
is
you-
like that's the main course, you
That's the
know.
main one, yeah.
I've never played it, so like that's the one I want. Ooh,
It's like Bowser's
yeah, I'm
Fury is
gonna
like a dessert, you know.
Word. It's either like the appetizer or the dessert.
So I have a question. So I know that Mario 3D World came out on DS, 3DS, right? Or is that
yeah,
Wii U?
3D Land.
3D Land came out on the 3DS.
So this was a sequel that came out on the Wii U originally?
Correct.
Okay, and then this was like a port over plus the appetizer slash
Plus-
dessert about
it's
the Fury.
Yeah.
it's like the
Okay.
deluxe edition that they did for like
Like Mario Kart. Okay.
and
Correct,
like
yep.
Super Mario U. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they actually added more.
But they added that the Bowser's Fury, which I mean that sounds insane in its own right.
It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Okay.
It's stupid. Like it's stupid fun. And, like I like it because it shows you the future of 3D Mario,
Right.
and it's not that boring linear structure. Like you really feel Odyssey of what it could have been if it was just concentrated into like one location.
Got it. Alright.
Junior Mr. Awesome by himself sold me on that game. Like I was considered buying it, but after he said that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it.
Dude,
Yeah.
get it, man.
Yeah,
I was on
yeah.
the fence. I was gonna pick it up later. It's multiplayer, right? Like online?
Yeah.
Not Bowser's Fury, but 3D World is.
3D World
Okay.
is. It's
Oh, so
a
Bowser
port.
Fury is single player?
No, it's multiplayer, but it's like this like the second player is like playing with like your little brother or your kid.
Oh,
or
is
your...
it like when Cappy?
Correct. It's just more than Cap. It's like if Cappy got like a few extra abilities and stuff.
Got you.
Got it.
But it's not like a Mario and Luigi thing. It's just like
No.
just here, kid, take the controller, have fun.
Just play 3D World. You can throw each other off the stages and stuff.
Correct.
Rafa, you have it?
No, I seen gameplay of it.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, you
I
should've
low
told
key
me.
want to get it so that we can stream together because I feel
Yes.
like none of you guys are gonna play that game correct. Like none of you
No,
are
I'm
gonna
gonna
let
be
me
throwing
beat
you
the
they're
game.
guys
gonna
off. I'm gonna be throwing you guys off.
So
the
like
stage.
I would love to have a stream with all of us just fucking playing 3D Land, like or 3D World.
You
I
guys
would
have played Mario
love
Party
that.
together, right?
It's
Yes.
the worst
Yes.
experience.
Well, think
Yes.
of like Mario Party as an adventure where like, especially if you're 100%ing, it's bad, dude. If the communication isn't there, it's bad. And it helps that all the characters play differently. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
like
Oh, get the fuck out of here. I did
Mario's
not know that.
Mario, Luigi be out here a little slippery, a little floaty, and like Peach she floats and stuff, and Toad is like stupid fast, bro. My man's gives Sonic a run for his money.
Damn. All right.
I'm
So this is
excited.
so this
Yeah,
is
I'm
gonna
gonna go
happen
through
then.
this shit.
Except
Yeah.
that
So
we
I'm
can't
not
have
buying the
Rafa.
game. I'm not buying the game.
Good, because
Why?
you're
Sounds
not
like a you
invited.
problem.
No, he's not invited.
You know what?
He's-
Matter of
I
fact,
don't want to play that shit.
Mr. Awesome's playing instead of you.
Good.
Junior's gonna
They're
be
gonna
playing.
betray you, Junior.
Fuck
By
you.
the way, they're gonna.
No,
betray
I
you.
would never treat.
Rafa's
I don't
always
treat you
the worst
like
part.
Rafa. I don't
No.
treat you
Hey,
like Rafa.
yo.
No. These guys, they always team up against me in Mario Party, and then
That is
and
not-
then look at them, and then when I call them out, they're like, "No, it's just a game." Where they clearly come after me every single time.
no.
No,
See,
incorrect.
they make sure I don't ever win. So
That is true though. That is true. We do. That is true.
mm,
No, we don't.
Only-
He just
only-
sucks.
no.
There are certain times because Rafa's just never. I don't think ever won a Mario Party game. I don't
Never.
think I've ever. I don't think
No.
I've.
These
I'm-
guys
like,
play
I'm so
against
serious.
me, dude. These
I'm
guys
so
don't let me
serious.
win. They literally go against me.
And sometimes I do, and I straight tell Rafa like I'm doing this so you don't win.
Mhm.
But there's like, but most of the time, like 90%, Rafa just can't
He's
win
lying.
in Mario
He's
Party.
lying.
It doesn't
Wow.
matter what
There's
version
this
of
one
it.
specific game that I had a really nice lead, and all of them turned against me. They did everything.
Was that Mario Party 2 that we were playing? That
We
like,
have streams of it too on Geekjar where
I
it
remember
was-
that like
proof is
Rafa
up
was
there.
up and then immediately went right down like right after.
Yeah,
like
because
it was
they
fucking.
all started targeting me. It's up there. You can see it.
Yeah, it's,
I feel like
it's up
you're
there.
lying.
The proof is there.
No, I mean
That's
his
cap.
loss is there. His loss is there. But let's go.
Hey,
Let's
The
go.
proof of
yo.
them teaming up on me is there.
we have to talk about WandaVision this week. So let's just jump right into WandaVision. Now, everybody here has seen it, correct? I want to confirm on the podcast. We're all up to date, correct? John?
Yes.
I know you did, Rafa. Okay, cool. Spoiler alert, from here on out, we're talking about episode 7 of WandaVision. So if you don't care or you don't want to spoil, you haven't seen it yet, skip to the next timestamp down below. You've been warned. Let's go. Let's get into it. So episode 7 of WandaVision aired in what felt like the longest week ever of me waiting for it, because the last episode ended with the Hex expanding, and now she owns half a city, and Vision knows some stuff, and like half the people in Sword are now in there, including what's his name, Darcy? Is that her name in the show? Yeah. Darcy. So I was waiting for this episode, waiting, and finally here it comes.
By the way, episode, Darcy's my girlfriend, by the way. Just letting you guys know.
Wow.
Thanks.
Darcy.
A little jealous, but
Darcy cutie. Let me tell you.
Yeah, she's
Wait, you jealous of Darcy or you jealous of Rafa?
Both.
I want to be with Rafa,
Junior,
dude.
you could do better. Rafa's abusive.
What the fuck?
He doesn't treat you right.
You know what it is?
fuck?
I just like Rafa's cuddleness.
But that's how he lures you in, and then he hits you in the back of the head.
Gio.
He don't even know your name. He don't even know your name.
No.
Hey, man, I got a lot. My bad, bro.
Look, he said he got a lot of what? Hoes?
Yeah. Bro, this is like the 4th week in a row that Rafa comes in here with a new girlfriend.
Right.
Hey,
remember when he cheated on
say?
Emma Watson with ScarJo? Like,
And then before that, it was Emma Stone with Emma Watson. Like, he's all over the place. Rafa dirty.
Whore.
You know what? I'm gonna dedicate myself to only Junior now.
Don't buy that.
Cap,
don't buy that.
That's cap.
He literally just came in here.
More.
No, give him this episode. Just wait for it. So,
Just give him
What? No.
So anyway,
Wait till a little later.
Hold up.
Vision's my new girl.
Give me a second.
Exactly.
he's deleting his hoes. Oh shit.
Darcy, I'm breaking up with you. It's Junior from now on. Sorry, bitch.
Yo, my man said.
Imagine breaking up with somebody and telling them who you're leaving them for in the breakup voicemail.
And then the goodbye is sorry, bitch.
Yeah, dude. Only for Junior.
You are nasty. But let's talk about WandaVision.
Yeah.
Let's talk about WandaVision. God damn it. All right. So this era, every episode, they obviously hit up a new sitcom. They go up in TV time. And this week was the Modern Family era of TV, which
with some hints of like The Office.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like that mockumentary style show that
the intro, that like the my bad if I cut you off. The intro, like the music, like was very officey.
Mm-hmm.
But like the title sequence was very it wasn't Modern Family. Modern Family was like the last part. It was like some other show that had like different names and stuff.
Yeah.
It was honestly, this might be my favorite era they did.
Yeah, so far for me, the only reason why I like it so much is because I'm big fans of Modern Family. I'm a big fan of The Office and that type of show. So when they got a chance to do it, I was like, I'm immediately gonna love it, just because of. I love that style. But Rafa, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I love it because I love The Office. I've seen that show like 1,000 times. But for me, my favorite like time period was the late 90s, early 2000s Malcolm in the Middle, which was last week. I love that. Like the whole thing was with the swoops, like the whoosh, and they're all talking to the camera, and then like the mom's all crazy, and like just like Malcolm in the Middle. Like I love Malcolm in the Middle. That's like a classic sitcom show for me. So.
Yeah, like I love this era, but episode this has to be probably my least favorite episode of the show so far.
Really?
This episode kind of dragged. Not gonna lie, it kind of dragged.
For me, it definitely dragged. I found myself reverting back to not giving a shit what Scarlet Witch had to say when it was her sitting down on her interviews. I was like, I really don't. I don't care. I just want to know what's going on at this point. I don't really care what you got going on anymore. Like you're obviously not giving me anything. You don't even know what's going on. I don't want to hear from you. We've already established that you don't know what's going on. That was just me, but I 100% could have been that I saw this at like 2 a.m. tired. So leave that with take my opinions on that with a grain of salt.
I wasn't as harsh as you, like, I don't care what she's saying or whatever. But I did feel the show kind of take a little bit longer to kind of get where it needed to get to. You know, like Vision and my ex Darcy were kind of just hanging out at that circus, and they were like at that stoplight or whatever for like most of the episode. You know, it kind of felt like it's taking them a really long time to get where they gotta go. And then the whole thing with it felt like it was like just a slow build towards the ending where it really kind of showed us what the whole episode was about.
Yeah.
You know, which that was really cool thing to see. I didn't expect that. I didn't even know who that was. I was like, who is this Agatha lady? You know, but apparently she's a bad guy, like a mainstay bad guy for Scarlet Witch.
She's like, because I love the show so much that I do like deep dives and shit. Like I actually go and watch, like the favorite one that I like to. I just whipped my whole headset. The one that I like to go to is New Rockstars. If you guys haven't, right, dude, they're fucking amazing. I think there was like Happy Days that they were
everything, dude.
Dude,
yeah,
he's
Happy Days.
accurate.
That was the intro thing I was telling you guys about.
Yeah. So like the different
Happy Days?
Yeah, so like the music was inspired by The Office. The different title cards, I think the show that they said that it referenced was Happy Days.
Okay.
But the last final one that we ended up with was Modern Family, which is why we got the aesthetic for it.
Yeah.
But like
that whole episode was like filmed like a Modern Family episode.
Yeah, that mockumentary style, which I do love it. I don't really watch that stuff. But as far as Agatha Harkness, like I already know my boy Mr. Awesome watches New Rockstars, so we're best friends now. But anyway, the guy said
Rafa.
that.
Wow.
Yeah, now you got broken up. Sorry, bitch. Anyway, he was saying that Agatha Harkness is in the comics, and Junior, correct me if I'm wrong. She's like a witch lady, like from back in Salem times, like one of the OGs. And in the comics, because their magic is actually like witchcraft and shit, obviously, because they're witches.
Yeah.
She helps, I guess, like amplify her powers or something like that. But she also like forces or like brainwashes Wanda to take care of these kids. So like Bobby and Tommy, I forget the kids' names. But it turns out the kids aren't hers. They're actually like hell spawns from Mephisto. So like she's breeding these. That's the comics. Like that's the comics.
You have to remember this. They always switch up things from the comics. Because remember, Wanda gave birth to them, bro. Like, the babies didn't really pop out of nowhere. There's like, they're Wanda's kids, bro.
Didn't they?
Well, like they did pop up out of nowhere, so it's
I don't remember someone inseminating her.
She virgin married.
I mean,
kids,
they kind of close the beds together.
Oh, the beds did get close, and that's what my mama said happens.
That is the classic 50s. That's the 50s way of saying, hey,
smash time.
Fuck.
Okay.
Make them nasty boys. You know what I'm saying?
2 players.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay, so she's a mainstay villain. The babies are hellspawn from Mephisto.
They might be demons.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Might be.
Right. So we're now back to the whole Mephisto is the bad guy again.
It's not even like we're back. It's like this is getting so close to that's Mephisto, baby, that you don't even fucking like.
Yeah.
Like we might as well just do the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and point. Like it's probably Mephisto for sure.
Okay.
Or they might just like that's what it seems like they're going because like in the comics, I guess Agatha Harkness is like really, really close with Mephisto, like they're buddy. I think there's a relationship there. I forget. But it seems like everything up to this point is leading up to the big baddie being Mephisto, which might make I'm sorry, real quick. Which might make Wanda go insane, which could then lead into the Multiverse of Madness, which is Doctor Strange, because I think there is talks that she's going to be in it or that she is in it, and it's rumored that she might be the villain. Which this could be setting up her as the villain role because she's slowly losing her mind. And it might lead into the whole multiverse thing that's going on with Spider-Man 3. So this has huge implications what's going on right now in the show.
What about Quicksilver though?
Pietro. So I mean you saw it in the show like as far as why he looks like that I have no idea. They probably will explain that later on, but that's not I don't think that's like the actual Pietro that everybody thinks like. I think they even showed it in the episode like she was Agatha was like putting like some kind of charm on him to look like that. Yeah.
Right.
back.
So
it looks like it's just a charm, like similar to what Scarlet Witch is doing to everybody else. Like I don't think
Exactly.
it didn't make it look like she just conjured him up. It looked like she's kind of controlling him as well.
controlling somebody else, right?
Did,
So it's
yeah.
did you guys see the post-credit scene?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because if you see that he's like he looks like fucking Quicksilver from the X-Men universe, but he's not dressed like him, you know? So he might actually be just a resident of Westview who just so happens to look like that. Or I don't know, but they haven't explained, but point is that's not the MCU Pietro, like at all.
So I have like a small theory.
Mhm.
I think that they learned about the multiverse and everything, especially with what's the name of this villain from Spooderman Homecoming? No, not the Homecoming, the sequel. The one with the fish
Mysterio?
head.
Mysterio, yeah.
Yeah, so you know how they talked about the multiverse?
Mhm.
So maybe because Mephisto, my man's could possibly do anything. Maybe Agatha says, "Yo, like let's get the most traumatic thing that can happen, and let's just bring another Quicksilver into the MCU." And this Quicksilver might be the one from X-Men. It's just he just might be mind controlled like everyone else.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Because if you think about it, Vision never really put his fingers on his head to like reveal who he truly is. Because everyone's playing a role, and who's not to say that he's just there playing his role? Because if you look at it, he's kind of knows more than the usual, I'm gonna say, actor. But that's just maybe because that's Agatha's role for him.
Right.
So at the end, it just might be X-Men Quicksilver.
Yeah,
Just
I
brainwash
have
it.
to agree with that theory just because Marvel is very calculated with everything that they do. They're not just gonna cast arguably one of the better characters in that X-Men universe over here. He had one of the most iconic sequences in all of X-Men with the whole slow motion sequences that he had going on over there.
He was my favorite part of those.
I think, yeah, and he was such a great character, albeit he had a very small role, but they're very calculated. I don't see them just bringing, like, if this wasn't going to be tied to X-Men one way or another, they would have just recasted him with anybody. But the fact that they chose that character, that actor, and they know what that means.
You don't think they could have just kind of been like, hey, like kind of trolling almost, or maybe kind of goofing on Fox? I mean, they own Fox now.
So my theory is because, so yes, it's more than common knowledge at this point that they bought Fox, but they got the rights to X-Men, and everybody knows it. So
right.
it seems a little out of character to be a troll, like especially with the way that things are going on the show. Now, that's not to say that this is X-Men confirmed. It could easily be, they could just chalk it up to Agatha just doing some crazy shit and now she's messing with the audience. Now they could do something like that, but like with everything Marvel, they're so calculated. They think about everything. They know what implications bringing this character or saying this word or showing this image, what that would do to the fans and all the people who deep dive on Marvel stuff, especially the comic book heads. So I think this move is more, it has to be more calculated. At least I would like it to mean more than just,
of course,
Agatha
like
the Witch
more.
being witchy. Here's a nod to X-Men, the franchise that we now own.
I think it's just a nod. I think they're just they're just goofing on this.
No, it would
Marvel's
have been
way more
something
calculated
so
than that.
smaller than that.
Yeah,
and you would not pick the arguably the best part of that X-Men franchise into this franchise and it not mean anything.
And
so
another reason why I'm doubling down is because they make a point. I'm sorry, John, but they make a point to show you the original Quicksilver multiple times in the same show. So they're acknowledging, hey, this is the one that was in our universe. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. That guy's dead. We've killed him. He's dead. Everybody mentions it that he's dead. Even Quicksilver comes back and say, hey, your brother, he's dead. But I'm also Quicksilver. So it wouldn't make sense to just keep showing that guy and then bring in the other X-Men. Like that can't be a troll. It just can't.
I feel like now, based off of what Junior said, because like I never thought that he could just be brainwashed like everybody else. Because think about when Pietro showed up. He showed up in the 80s when they did the 80s episode, right? Just at the nick of time when Vision stopped being able to be controlled by Wanda, right? So what if Agatha, in like a quick moment, like fuck, like shit's about to get, this hex is about to get destroyed because Vision's understanding what's going on, plucks Pietro from a different timeline, the Fox timeline, right? Brainwashes him with the memories of this current timeline, so that he can, so that she can have something to kind of comfort him and kind of keep balance. Just like a last minute, like, fuck, just let's put this together real quick, and that's why shit's fucking up the way it is. Because Pietro, he still has his Quicksilver powers. And like, I don't know the depths of her abilities, but I don't think like Wanda and them can enhance people's abilities and make them super fast. So I think like that is a mutant. And maybe that she did pluck him from another universe and just brainwashed him into thinking. Like, I never thought about that, but Junior, once you brought that up, like, now I'm thinking that is fucking Pietro from the X-Men universe and not just a guy. Like, he is brainwashed.
Yeah, because he didn't act like that in the movies. Like,
right.
He's acting, I don't know if I can say this word, but he's acting like a dick basically here. Like,
oh, you curse all day. You curse all day here.
Yeah.
He's overdoing it here. Like, it's kind of like, all right, something's off. Because in the movies, from what I remember, he's pretty chill in a way.
He's a dick. He can be in the X-Men movies. He was very dickish also. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but it doesn't feel like, this feels like forced dickish. Like, yeah, like I'm really ragging on you type of dickish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like that's his type of. I like how I'm just gonna keep using dickish. Like his type of dickish is like on brand with what he's saying, but because like he has all the shit that was like thrown into him, it comes off like insensitive or like he's trying to egg her on. Because remember in Days of Future Past, like Magneto was in the Pentagon and he just kept bothering him, like, "What'd you do, man? What'd you do? What'd you do?" Like. He's a dick. Yeah. He is a dick. So it's like if Agatha just plucked him from the universe and said, "Here's everything that's happened up to now," he's gonna be like, "Oh, I mean, like he's died once already. Who fucking cares?" Like that's on brand with what he says.
Yeah. But on the topic of mutants, so there was a sequence in this show where I forgot her name.
Monica Rambeau.
Monica Rambeau. Yes, she ended up going back through the hex for the third time. And she became, for all intents and purposes, it looks like she came out of there with powers. So it looks like her genetic code was rewritten because a couple episodes ago they made a point to say, "Hey, you went through there twice. Your genome and your stuff is different. You're changing every time you go through there." So it looks like third time's the charm. She came out with cool blue eyes, and now it appears that she has powers of some sort. So.
She has her comic book counterpart has powers.
Now is she a mutant?
No, she's not. She in the she has the same cosmic powers that Captain Marvel has. So she's up there with Captain Marvel. And and like for people in case you don't remember who Monica is, she's the little girl who was in Captain Marvel. So like how Captain Marvel had a pilot friend.
Yeah.
I forget but that's, I think her name was Maria Rambeau or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's her mom. That's Monica's mom. So so she knows about aliens and stuff like that. That's why, and you can tell they're probably going to talk about it in Captain Marvel too, but she has a lot of iffy feelings with Captain Marvel. So something must have happened there. In the comics, I think that an accident happens to her and she also gets cosmic powers or something like that.
Well, one of the reasons that's kind of floating around is that they're saying, or kind of hypothetically saying, is that because Monica's mom was hanging out with Captain Marvel, she got cancer through Captain Marvel because Captain Marvel has the cosmic radiation type thing, and as you know, radiation gives us cancer. So they're saying that Monica's holding resentment towards Captain Marvel because of Captain Marvel gave her mom cancer through radiation.
Got it.
That would be a wild premise.
That's a theory that's out there. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a solid theory. That's a solid.
It's
theory.
a really good theory. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't come up with it. That's too smart for you, right?
No. Yeah, I didn't come with it. No.
Right. That's too brain. That's too brain.
They fought over chicken nuggets.
That's
Yeah, that's on brand.
that's a theory for someone with hair. Like you can't
Exactly.
come up with that with no hair.
I don't have enough hair to come up with a good theory like that.
No,
Rafa
but
was literally ripping his hair out trying to figure it out.
You're right.
so Rambo's got powers, and it looks like she's becoming more aligned. Granted, the origin is a little different, but more aligned with her comic book counterpart. So she looks like I didn't know that her powers were up there with Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
So
Yeah.
so now it looks like she might be able to go toe to toe with Scarlet Witch.
Oh yeah, she can. She can. Maybe not at this point because she
Not-
still
I
doesn't
don't
know
think
her.
at this
Yeah,
point,
she's just learning and shit.
She's
Well, I
still
mean,
learning.
I mean-
she
I
doesn't
mean,
even
she-
know what she can do.
I mean,
But
like,
I
she
think
has
like
the
at her
powers.
peak.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean like right the
I
fuck
think so.
now. Just duke it out. But
Wait, isn't my bad? Isn't Scarlet Witch like the most powerful Avenger?
She's
She's
the
at this
most
point, yes.
powerful mutant.
yeah,
That
isn't
too.
it in the MCU? Isn't it between her and Captain Marvel? Like right now, but I think Scarlet
Well,
Witch
they
is
were-
just
Yeah.
a
They were
little.
saying that she's stronger than Captain Marvel.
Word, because she held down Thanos with one hand, bro.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
They
there's a-
specifically
yeah.
said that Scarlet Witch could have beat Thanos. She could
They
have done
did.
it.
They did. That's cool. So the episode ended with the reveal of Agatha with a cool little catchy song
Yes.
that kind of retracked the whole show, but from like her
Which
perspective.
They did that reference was to like the Monsters, Adam's Family style sitcoms. I don't know if
That's
you
what
guys
it
remember
was.
those. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
did
really
like
cool.
that a lot.
Yeah,
That's-
I love the Monsters. That's be one of my favorite like old school sitcoms. So when I saw that, I popped pretty. I was like, oh shit, like it's the Monsters.
So
That was
in there, they go down. She goes down to the basement because Scarlet Witch was looking for her kids.
Oh wait. Also, sorry, Alex. She killed the dog. They revealed that she
Word.
killed the dog.
That
She did
hurt my
kill the dog.
feelings.
She
That hurt my
murdered
feelings.
him.
She's like, and I killed the dog.
She's like, I killed
I'm
it.
like, you son of a bitch.
So they go to the fucking basement. Rafa, can I continue to the basement?
Yes.
So they go into Aaron's dad's basement and find the
Right.
secrets to the Titans. No, they reveal down there that she's a witch. We've already said it, and that's where the episode ends. So overall, I want to know your opinions. Did we like that episode? I know I kind of said I didn't, but where does it stand on so far on the show? Because we've been praising the show nonstop since it came out.
Right. By
So where-
itself, it did drag a little, but fitting with everything, I actually like what it's doing because, you know, it's kind of been building up to this point. There's only 2 episodes left after this. It's
Yeah.
8 and 9, right? So
Yeah.
it's almost like the calm before the storm, right? So it's like, hey, episode 8, episode 9, it's about to go down. So it's almost giving us that, you know, that like
That break, yeah.
like a breather before things really pop off. So I'm still loving the whole show. Together, it's a great show. It's amazing what they're doing here. By itself, I did kind of drag at the beginning, but for the overall story, I'm still loving the show, for sure.
Yeah. I think just because it came off the heels of the last episode and that shit was buck wild, that when you get like just that nice smooth pace of this one, it's just like, but what about how we just ended the last one? Like, what the fuck? Like, why did we stop?
Mhm.
But like pacing wise, it makes sense. Like, we only have 2 episodes left. The cliffhanger and what this episode means, even though overall it was like really slow, it means a lot. It means a lot, and it's gonna make these next 2 episodes have like some huge impact because it's like literally everything that's happened. Like, we know who's behind it. It's not just Wanda. So like overall, like what it means as an episode, I enjoyed it a lot, and it's like it's one of the best episodes in my opinion for what it means. As far as structure of an episode, it's alright. It's alright.
How do we feel about
Everybody-
Disney lying to us about confirming that the last 3 episodes are going to be an hour long, and then this horseshit comes out to 38 minutes? How do we feel
I'm
about
sad.
I want more. They just fuck the 2 episodes. Just give me a 2-hour 1 episode.
Dude, what's
2 hours of
crazy?
one
I was talking to my friends yesterday, and like, I read somewhere, I don't know where, but they said WandaVision altogether has more CGI than Endgame, and I'm like, nah, that has to be BS. And then I calculated it, and let's say each episode was about 30 minutes average.
Yeah.
It's longer than Endgame, dude. What's 30 times 9? A big number, I bet.
A big
that's
number.
More than Endgame.
Right? That is a number. Well, it's true. This is 6 hours
360.
total. The whole episode, the whole season of WandaVision totals to 6 hours.
Yeah, that's like double Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's some quality shit.
I mean, yeah, and
It's some
every
quality
episode
CGI,
has an ass ton of CGI all over.
Yeah.
Like there's no
real good.
there's no real time in that show where there's no CGI. Like if you really think about it.
mm-hmm.
Also,
But,
that truck crashing into the wall.
That
I
was
like, this
cool.
looks really good. That
Yeah,
was
and it
really
started
good.
like
I love
eating it and transforming it
And
on the spot.
Dude, when it transformed into a half minivan, half like military thing, I'm like, that's cool. I like the show.
So there
See,
was a
that-
rumor. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go. I think what you're gonna say, I'm gonna play into.
Okay,
Do it.
because that sequence, there was a rumor because over the last couple of episodes prior to this, she kept talking about this like aerospace engineer that was gonna
Mhm.
come, and I'm like, I'm thinking, I'm looking now. I kind of deep dive a little bit myself. I didn't go into that YouTube channel, but I ended up. I'm like, yo,
connoisseur.
it has to be Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. Like
Yep,
that's my
that's what people were
mind
thinking,
went
yeah.
there, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. I'm right. Disney is gonna do this. When it came out to be random soldier lady from, granted I don't know if she's canon, she probably is, but a random non-super powered and lady from NASA or whatever the fuck she came from. I'm like, wow, that was underwhelming. I like you played this up like it was gonna be somebody big. Granted, I don't know her character if she's somebody important, but for me, I was like, cool. I guess cool. You bought a cool car. That didn't do shit.
Basically, I felt the same way you did. Like they built it up to like, yeah, we're gonna go get this car. It's gonna be from this aerospace engineer, and I'm like, I bet they're bringing in the Fox characters. They might as well throw in Mr. Fantastic.
Mhm.
And then, nah, that's just some army lady.
Some coworker, who had a
They
car.
Out of all the franchises, that's the one that needs to be the most saved right now.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four. There has not been a single good Fantastic Four movie.
I would argue that the
Ah.
first one.
The first one was
first
decent.
one-
Good. The first one's not good.
I was like 7,
you
and I
gotta,
would say it was
you gotta
good.
remember the
Yeah,
time.
we were
Like
7.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's a product of the time. It's
Master of the
product of the
Skies
time.
was a gem when I was 7.
no, it wasn't. Just
Yes,
because you
it
liked.
was.
Hold on.
it was
hold on.
I'm pretty sure it flopped at our age as well. Like
that movie critically
Right.
failed. Box officely failed. That was
From adults. I'm talking about when we were kids.
But if
We were like,
Fantastic
oh,
Four
man,
was
it's a great
ass,
movie.
then how come
it wouldn't
there's
have gotten a sequel.
Yeah.
No, you're
Nah.
like critically you're wrong.
There was
Like,
no
yeah,
Master
now
You're
Disguise
just
2.
wrong,
Yes.
bro. You're just wrong.
It's okay to be wrong sometimes.
Nah,
Yeah.
y'all wrong.
It's okay.
I'm mad he busted out literally one of the worst movies ever. To
Right.
compare it to Fantastic
That's
Four,
like
talking about
I
him
mean,
like
The
I mean,
Room
they're
didn't do
like-
so
they're
hot.
like
The
the
Room was
same.
amazing.
The Room is a cult classic. That's different.
Okay, we're not doing this right now. Not on this podcast.
Wait, real quick. So the homie Erick Voss from New Rockstars, my guy. Okay, my deep dive connoisseur.
Did he make
says-
Voss water?
I hope he does.
I'd make
Ooh,
cool
I wonder if
t-shirts.
somebody tweeted that. He just got some dope ass t-shirts though. I do want that Vision one. Anyway, wait. So he's saying like everybody was rumored to yeah, obviously it was Reed Richards, but there's my homie Erick Voss, we're best friends. He says that don't knock this chick because she could be the little girl cuz in Captain Marvel it deals with the Skrulls, which we find out that are shapeshifters, right? They take on the form of just people. So, Sword deals with like space and like space defense and all that shit, which we find out that Monica's mom heavily dealt with. She was she was like the president or like the director or something like that.
Didn't she create it?
I think she created. I'm
She
not
was
too
part of the
familiar.
founding people.
Yeah, I think she started it.
But
Well,
she was like
there.
she was like the boss. Anyway, but like she worked with the Skrulls. When Monica was a little girl, she was hanging out with a little girl Skrull. So the rumor is that this aerospace engineer that she's tight with is that little girl Skrull, and the Skrull are actually working in Sword in disguise, and that's why Nick Fury's in space right now, which we saw in the end of Spider-Man Far From Home.
Right.
Remember, because one of the twists was that the Nick Fury that we saw in Far From Home was a Skrull.
Yeah.
So, and that's where Nick Fury was. So they're saying that like Skrull are already here. They're part of Sword, but they're holding their true forms in disguise because like that Haggard or whatever that main director guy is. He's obviously Hayward. There you go. Thank you. He's like super biased towards the Skrulls, and he obviously thinks that they're bad. So like they think that chick, who that aerospace engineer, is a Skrull in disguise trying to help out because she knows that these dudes are kind of sketchy. So even though it's not no Reed Richards, it could kind of tie in Captain Marvel more to the actual main lore other than introducing Captain Marvel, which I'm not against. Because Captain Marvel to me always felt like just a standout from everybody. Like she's there to be in Avengers, but she wasn't like a part of the entire MCU other than the fact that they introduced Skrulls. So I think it's kind of interesting that they're kind of like pulling her story into this one a little bit. But that's just me.
I always felt that Captain Marvel was kind of like this, not a cheat sheet, but like kind of like, oh, we need a way out. Let's pull in Captain Marvel, and then Endgame happened, and that didn't happen at all. You know, so I kind of feel she's just kind of like, why do we have you around? You know, type of thing. Like, I feel like she's not really, like you were saying. I feel like she's not really part of like the MCU.
They should kill her off and just have Rambo be the new Captain Marvel. I'm so down with that.
I think at one point she was a Captain Marvel.
Well,
right?
they have the new Captain Marvel. Like don't they have the new Captain Marvel, which is the girl who stretches her arms?
That's Miss Marvel, and that's a completely different thing.
Oh,
that's a whole different character.
Wait, now that you mentioned Miss Marvel, I just gotta say, dude, I like Miss Marvel and everything, and I just don't like that they mention where she's from all.
Yup.
Yeah.
All the time. It's like I live there, dude. Like we never talk about Miss Marvel. It's like who you giving representation to, bro? Stop it. We don't care.
I mean, they gotta know. They gotta know.
Trying to put the spotlight on your trash ass town, bro.
Holy shit!
The views of Rafa do not represent the views of Geekjar or the Playing Pod.
Remember when Rafa said that he treats us, he's gonna treat Junior the way he treats us? He ain't never say that to me.
Well, because he's from the same place. What's he gonna do?
You can tell me I live in a shitty house.
He's gonna be like, well, John, you know what? My house sucks. My house is trash.
You can say that. It's like, well, you live in a shitty ass apartment. You could say you don't fuck around. You talk about where I live. You don't tell me about where I live.
You live in a nice house.
Yeah, word. I can attest to that.
Hey, this is a perfect segue. We should have done it at the beginning, but I'm doing it now. Junior, you're our special guest. Let's talk about you. You recently hit a milestone on YouTube.
Why didn't we bring that up at the beginning? Why are we talking about Wanda?
It's not important.
Wandavision
is more fun.
Here's why. Here's why. You can pick. I'm gonna do like a little Goosebumps choose your own adventure type of thing right now. You can pick what the real answer is. Option A, I wanted to give Junior a chance to, we can all kind of create a dynamic. We can get some ball rolling, get a little comfort, and then I can ask him the questions. Or B, I forgot. We not that I forgot that you hit the milestone, but I forgot to bring it up because I wanted to get into the topics.
The first one.
You can.
No deal, Howie.
No spoilers. I'm not gonna. You will find out later on the next episode of the Playing Pod. But you can feel free to figure that out. But Junior, huge shout out to you. You finally hit the 10K on YouTube.
Put the applause. Yes, the homie got 10K, baby,
and going strong. I know your goal. I know your goal is to have 100,000 by the end of the year. I saw the tweet. I have your post notifications on, so whenever you post something, I get it on my phone. I got you.
Oh, thank you.
So, how's it feel, man? They hit the 10K mark finally after all these years.
I don't know. YouTube didn't give me my. So, all right. So I was
for real, bro.
I was looking forward.
YouTube gives you something at 10K?
Yes, they give you big things. They give you big things. And what I'm looking for now isn't the big thing I was dreaming of when I started.
What the stories, man?
So when you hit 10K, right? Obviously, it's better for you because you're like the algorithm likes you and everything.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to unlock two things. One of them I've been waiting for so diligently. Every morning I check. It's the YouTube Stories feature. It's just like Snapchat, Instagram Stories, Twitter fleets. They're kind of garbage, but it's basically the YouTube Stories, and I like the concept of it because they last a week. You know, they don't last 24 hours. So like if I were to say, hey, I'm gonna be in this podcast, links down below, that's gonna last for a week, and it's something that's gonna be on your feed.
Right.
So I'm always excited about that. And John can attest, I'm always out here doing some type of BS. So why not share it with 10,000 other people?
Right.
Versus would like this. I confirm.
Yes, instead of my usual Snapchat, Instagram crew. And the big thing, like, I'll be straight up with you. Hitting 10K is nice and all, but no, like
you're too Hollywood. You're too big time now.
No, like
on the clout.
No, it's once I got it, I was happy. I was like, oh, this shit's dope. But like, if I got here this fast, I can get even farther just by not stopping. Why would I stop? You know, like
right,
true.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. It's a milestone, but like, there's bigger numbers out there, and it's something I know I'm capable of, and I know you guys are capable of. And
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
But the biggest thing that hurts my soul is that once you hit 10K, YouTube. No, that's not the stories. That's the least of my problems. Is that once you hit 10K, YouTube gives you access to their studio, like their YouTube space.
Oh shit!
Get the fuck out of here.
So it's like, dude, I've been dreaming of this. Like, they said you can go to New York City and then just pull up and just rent their equipment for free $99 and get their own studio and make your own content.
That's lit.
And I'm like, oh, word? All right, once I hit 10K, I'm going to start doing some high quality stuff.
Yeah, man.
But COVID.
What's the problem? You're like right there. Like,
so like, is the studio just closed altogether? Do they have like certain restrictions?
They just have like virtual events on how to grow and stuff, and it's like I can look up some random Joe Schmo on YouTube to tell me this.
Hey, link us on that, cause goddamn.
There's one secret to it, bro. It's just relevancy and trends.
You know what you do?
You gotta make something that stands out from everyone else, dude.
Right.
We do that, Alex.
I know, but I don't like hearing it.
That, Alex.
I don't like hearing it.
Alex doesn't like being trendy.
Alex doesn't like being told. Yeah, Alex likes to
on.
go against the grain, and then nobody
then complain
sees
about
it.
the grain.
Time out.
And then he gets mad that it's so grainy out here.
Time out. No. For me, I just despise jumping on trends on the later half, and by the time it reaches here, and by the time it gets here, for example, Among Us, you guys want to play Among Us? That was on the latter half of the downward. I'm like, I'm not gonna jump on it now. There was no point.
We've been talking about Among Us for a hot minute, and you kept saying no until we did it. So you could argue. Excuse me, I'm not done talking.
But there's only one video, man. You gotta do more than one.
See, and that's the thing too. I don't like. Hold on, no, I feel attacked. No, I'm joking, but no, I just for me, like, not that there's anything wrong with. Obviously, you gotta play the trends and you gotta do stuff like that to stay relevant. Algorithms,
play the game.
But the type of content that, for me personally, that I like to create, like especially when we had the ability to create it, like didn't ever actually line up with anything trending. You know, like the Does It Hold Up shows that we would do, or the skits, or all the stuff that we like to do is kind of our own thing. Now, yes, I'm aware that route is going to get us little to no growth. So I'm willing to change. We can do...
But you could also argue that that content, you can make it relevant just based on what you pick. Like, for example, we were on the right track, which is also like a big popular Does It Hold Up that we have. Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion hit so good, bro.
We dropped that when Luigi's Mansion 3 was dropping. So like, and then what did we do? We were like, yo, Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out. Does the first one does it still hold up? Like, we can play the game our way. We just have to play it.
It's like when you guys can, if you guys come back to that, for example, like, I don't want to lead into the direct discussion this early, but
do it. That's where we're going next.
Get in there.
It's like, so the direct announced Skyward Sword HD, and that's a 10-year-old game. You guys can literally
play Skyward
buy the game like the day of, and then just does it hold up? You know, because we don't know if the game. So people are hungry for information, dude. If there's anything I've learned, people are hungry for information, and if it's like, if with the whole concept of does it hold up, dude, I'm curious as to like is this Skyward Sword HD just a coat of paint? Like, obviously, it has some improvements, but are those improvements modern? You
Right.
know, like, because like one of the main problems with Skyward Sword was like too much tutorials, too much handholding. So, and that's something we're not really fond of. Like, did they add a skip button, or do they didn't do it? It's just stuff like that.
Ugh.
That's true.
I hate handholding.
I never played Skyward Sword, so I wouldn't even know the differences. Like, I just got into Zelda like a couple years ago, so like I didn't even get to play. I didn't play Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time back then. Like, I played them now, so like it hits different for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, let's just.
But it's good because you're not going in blind as a fan. Like, I'm going to Skyward Sword in blind. I love Skyward Sword, but someone like you're gonna look at it for a game that's modern to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're gonna be like, yo, so you can't turn the camera? This shit's ass.
Oh, you can't turn the
Right,
camera?
what the-
Ass for real. No,
because it's motion control. Don't
Wait,
it?
we're already talking about the direct. Let's just
Wait.
post what?
Congrats, Junior.
Oh my god.
I hate Rafa, bro. I fucking hate
I love you.
Rafa.
Love you too, bro.
I swear, I'm pretty sure I've said that at some point
Hey,
in this podcast.
So John's always here. So Junior, did you feel that just like hard, like he just floored the brake? Did you feel that, like the car just jerked forward?
Did
Like
you-
how's your
Did you
neck?
feel like
I said,
Yeah, because
you felt
my
that,
neck
did you
hurts.
feel that natural progression to the direct? We're talking about like, ooh, this flow of conversation. There, here comes Rafa's bald head ass come in here saying some dumb shit, and then everything just stops.
I love you.
All right, man. Let's talk about the direct. It's the perfect episode to have Mr. Awesome on because he's Mr. Look at
Yes,
the background.
sir.
Look at the background on Mr. Awesome's screen.
You could say that my man's
Hey.
likes Nintendo. That's why I had to bring out the Mario shit, because I'm like, I knew what he was doing.
and I brought out the Xbox joint because Nintendo and Xbox are cool, and my Nintendo stuff is dirty. So,
Like, let's all get along here, guys.
we're my games are going to your console. Your games are not coming this way.
Right.
It's all cool. So let's talk about it. The Nintendo Direct, a 50-minute Direct, finally reminiscent of the original Directs. It's not a Pokemon Direct. It's not a Smash Direct. It's a Nintendo Direct. You're gonna get the whole shebang. But like before we go into the individual announcements, because there were quite a bit of announcements on this one, I want to get the overall feel of how did it live up to your expectations? Was it a little disappointing? What did you guys feel about the overall presentation of the whole thing? So Junior, I'm going to give it to you. I know you did a video on it. You streamed it live and all that good stuff. So, but how did you feel about the Direct?
I was disappointed. It wasn't worth 500 waiting 530 days. Like,
No,
if I waited that long, like, it should have just been hit after hit after hit. Some boring stuff in between. After hit after hit, and then this fucking Nova bang of fucking ending. Everything just felt like soft blows and like.
Mm-hmm.
Look. If you look to your right, there so happens to be Mario Golf. Oh, that's pretty nice. And then you just keep going.
Right.
It wasn't like, oh my god, like what the fuck, I'm
Yeah, no,
sorry.
I agree. I 1000% agree. I had it up on my big TV. I'm like, let's go. I want to know,
Yeah.
it's 35th anniversary of this, of that. Like we're gonna
Word.
get
Like, they
all
didn't even say
of
anything. They mentioned Mario's 35th. That shit was last year, bro.
yeah, like the slap to the face to me, because I also I thought this was a very bad Direct in my opinion. Granted, I am not as attached to the Nintendo community as other people are, so to me I was like, yo, it's a bunch of ass. But the slap to the face to me was when they brought out the dude working on Breath of the Wild 2 specifically to say, I know what you guys want to hear, but we ain't got none of that. Like, we can't show nothing yet. That I was like, you should have just not mentioned it at that point. Like we would have gotten the fact that you're not ready to show anything. You didn't have to say that to me. That, and they made it a point to say that this was a Direct focusing on stuff coming out on 2021, and two of the bigger things that they announced were 2022 releases with demos this year. That was like, I'm like, okay, you guys, this is not a good Direct lineup. So you're just reaching like, hey, hold on, next year we got this heat coming though. But John, I know you want to say something.
My biggest slap to the face, and like the thing about it And like the thing about it is because I know the Nintendo like community is really excited about this because it is cool.
Hold your
But
tongue.
two things. Nah, I'm here to start. The Joy-Cons, bro. The Joy-Cons was a slap in the face to me because I'm like, I sat through 40 minutes of shit I don't give a fuck about. Honestly, like I don't care about any of that stuff. Smash is another thing that I want to get into, but then like they're talking about Breath of the Wild and like I know y'all want to see it. We ain't got it. But look at these Joy-Cons, like suck my dick. They look really nice. I'll give you that. I might buy them, but fuck you.
Here's my thing with those Joy-Cons. So Joy-Cons right now are under a lot of scrutiny. Like there's lawsuits involved, the drift and all that extra shit. Like to come out and like, hey, look at this new coat of paint that we put on the same ass shit. No upgrades, nothing. Like I'm okay. You guys are either tone deaf or you're making so much money you don't give a fuck. And I think it's a bit of both, in my opinion.
That's a problem, dude. Like everyone complains and we're still gonna buy it.
And like that's one of the things I hate about like the overall, not the overall, but like the really hard Nintendo community. It's like you don't even like what's going on, but you still buy into it, and that's why they let it. Like that's why they get away with it. Like the Joy-Cons are still a problem. Joy-Con drift is still a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But they just gave you the same Joy-Cons with a little shield logo on this side, a little sword on this side. And like the community knowing that it's the Legend of Zelda, it's 35 years or 20 years. What is it?
35.
35 years.
Mm-hmm.
They thought it would be like a crazy fucking 3D world thing, right? Because they did that for Mario, right? It's Skyward Sword. It's like, what about like Wind Waker? And like, what if we had like a bundle where it was like Wind Waker, I think it's Twilight Princess, and maybe Skyward Sword. I don't know if like those were the ones that people were looking at.
Basically, that would have been it.
But like, if it's the 35th of Legend of Zelda, like, give it the same love and care that you gave Mario. Like, I know Mario's your poster child, of course, but like, you're Zelda fans as well. I don't know. It felt a lot of distance. Like, I don't know.
But aren't the Zelda games more bigger than the Mario games?
No.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me take that back. Not bigger as in popularity. I mean, as just the game itself, like the aspects of the game.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I meant.
It's bigger, but not to say there's a whole bunch of nothing in it. It's just
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like you don't think it'll take them a little bit longer to kind of get it ready? Like, let's say they would make their version of the Mario anniversary. You know how we got 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy, right? Those three games together.
They're emulators.
I mean, I don't know, man.
If they made it for Mario, all they really gotta do is copy paste.
Like the emulators are out there. The emulators are out there. So just put all three on your little tiny fucking diskette thingy and call it a day.
And what would be the selection for like Zelda? What would be the three?
It'd be a bigger selection than Mario.
Yeah. It would be. You could do the three John said. You can do.
You can do Majora's Mask.
You can even do Ocarina, Majora's, and Wind Waker. You can do
Hey.
Yeah, you can do a bunch.
Ocarina, Majora, and Wind Waker sounds hot fire, bro. That sounds. I would throw all the money. I don't give a fuck how much that is. That sounds hot fire.
But they would just throw the N64 version.
Yeah.
And that's why they do whatever the fuck they want, John.
But they didn't do that.
They
Rafa.
didn't do that. That was the argument.
I know, but you saw how easy it was already buying in.
And you see how jackass they are for not doing it because I was so ready to buy it.
Here's the thing with the Switch and Nintendo for me. They put me in a weird spot when it comes to ports and bringing over old shit. Because right now the Switch, some can make the argument too for the Series X, but right now the Switch is like the port machine. Like you can play damn near. You can play a bunch of games from other shit on this console right now. They put me in a weird spot because. Yes, if they were to bring over Ocarina, Majora's, and like old shit like that, like their hits on this console, I would purchase it. But then I'll turn around and get mad when they bring shit like Stubbs the Zombie over, or things, or like old shit like that.
Which I wasn't though.
No, I'm not mad at that. That was just an example. But Nintendo puts me in a weird spot because it's like I hate that practice. Not that I hate it, but it puts a weird taste in my mouth. And also really good taste in my mouth when you bring over your old classics.
what they need to do is bring back the old school Pokemon games. That's what they need to do. Put gold,
Going back to what
red.
Going back to what Alex was saying, like, this isn't the first time Nintendo's doing this, right?
Oh no.
They did this in the Game Boy Advance era, because after the Super Nintendo, the Game Boy Advance came out, and lo and behold, what did they put? Super Mario World. They put Nintendo literally said, you remember that Super Mario All Stars pack? But we're going to divide it into 5 different games. Well, 4.
Yeah,
like it's nothing new for them.
No, not at all. They do this all the time. They resell you the same game.
Yeah, Nintendo fans and myself included have been buying the same game for for the last 30 years.
Literally the same game too.
Like Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time and Mario 64, I've purchased I think more times than any other game ever, except for World of the Monsters, but that's my own thing.
Even Diablo?
No, Diablo is different.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about Diablo.
My feelings
but side note, not direct, but Diablo 2 remaster got announced, and best believe I'm buying that game.
No, you're not.
I'm buying that game 5 times.
Although, actually, I'm gonna get it. I'll disregard you altogether. I'm gonna get it. No. You didn't see the hand. See the hand.
I'm okay with John getting it
because he knows I'll play it.
Yeah.
I'm an adult. I'm an adult.
Diablo 2, apparently Diablo 2 is like the best one. Like, apparently Diablo 2 is like the best Diablo. Like, people didn't really like Diablo 3 until like way later. But Diablo 2 apparently is like,
it's love.
That's the one.
So let me love it.
I'll play it.
No.
Alex, just understand that you don't like those games, man. Just admit it. You don't
I
like
those.
them.
Then why did I buy Diablo 3 5 times? Anyway, look.
Junior, this man legit bought Diablo 3 like 5 times for real.
Look, I'm not one to talk, bro. I bought Super Mario 3D World, the new one, 3 times already.
That's different.
See?
New one. The one that just came out.
See?
I bought it 3 times already.
But you played them,
No, hold on. No,
I only played my copy.
Oh, well,
but you beat the game though, right?
But you played and beat it. You know, like
right.
Look, I'm a victim. You can't have this conversation. I buy games over and over, dude. I would buy there's a game called Sonic Generations. I bought it for PS3, and then I bought it for 3DS.
Okay,
right?
But you've beaten it though, right? Like you've beaten
I've beaten every version.
Okay,
that's fine. The Xbox version is out as well, and I did have an Xbox 360, and I only bought it for the 360. Mind you, it's the same fucking exact game. I only bought it just to fucking play with the controller. I didn't want to play with that garbage ass PS3 controller. I said I want Sonic Generations on the Xbox for the controller.
That's fine.
Junior, imagine you bought that game as many times as you did and never beat it. Like not one time. Like, not one time. You don't know the end to that game. That's Diablo 3 for Alex.
I don't know the middle of that game.
Alex doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Alex
made it to Act 2.
Alex his character.
I'm gonna defend you, Alex. Dude, I'm a victim of that. Yo, you guys might hate me for this. I bought God of War, all the Nathan Drake collections, and I did not play any of them. They're sealed in my house.
Holy shit!
Wait! How many times have you bought the game though?
I only bought it once. But
Alex bought.
But these are gems, I'm telling you, bro.
No, I understand that. But Alex here has bought the game 5 times and has not done anything with them.
Imagine you bought like God of War 5 times on 5 different versions of it, like
and they're just
PC.
Sitting there. They're all just sitting there.
The Switch version. The Xbox, because we have it digital now. There's no reason for him to not play it. It's digital. And still never beat the fucking game.
It
like,
all
right, well, look, it's not the right time of it for it.
Hey, look, Alex, go back and beat
Alex
2?
Wait for Quarantine Part 2, bro.
Alex doesn't beat games. Okay?
Look,
Alex is a hoarder.
There is a bird flu coming out from Russia right now. Quarantine 2's coming. I will beat it.
That's when you play it.
I will beat it.
Oh, wait, we gotta hold him to it. You gonna play it, right?
I am gonna play it.
Yes,
you're gonna play it.
I'm gonna play it.
Mr. Awesome said it. So
I am going to play it. I will beat it. I will beat it.
And I need a 3-page essay as to what the fuck happened.
Because
here's a list of games,
72
list of games that Alex is never gonna beat. Diablo, Donkey Kong 64,
Yeah.
Last of Us 2. Those games
Yeah.
are never going to be beaten. They're going to stay where they are.
Tell Junior how much time you put into Donkey Kong 64. Tell him how much you put into it.
So all these exclusives that the Switch is getting, like all these games, these ports.
No.
I have a profile on my 64 copy that has 189 hours in it, and I never beat it.
He's never beaten the game, but he has 100 and how much? 109 hours?
89.
89.
Oh, so almost 200 hours.
Almost 200 hours.
Did you beat it though, or you didn't?
No,
He's never
did
beat
not.
it.
Wait, I'm just trying to defend my son.
Thank you, Dad.
Were you trying to 100% it?
No.
Okay,
Bro, he's
here.
still trying to beat the
Or
story. He doesn't know the ending.
jungle japing and just
Here. Let me explain.
100% it. Ah!
Let me explain.
Nah, he didn't even 50% it. He
So I got lost in the game, and I don't know where I'm supposed to go. So the problem, like, it was like a snowball. I kept going back to it. I couldn't figure it out, so I put it down. Months later, years later, I kept coming back. So every time passed, I was more lost than the last time. So now I have a profile with 189 hours. And
You know what
it's
you could
not
have done?
wait.
You know what you could've done?
When's the last time you played this
Yeah.
shit?
last year.
And the battery's still good?
Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah,
One day that memory's gonna go.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's just gonna go fucking goodbye. And you're
No,
gonna,
Just look it up.
No.
Donkey Kong's
Just look
gonna
up
be
the
like,
level you're on and be like, oh, this is the next step.
No,
fucking
no, I'm not gonna do
they
it.
their fucking coffin dance on fucking Donkey Kong.
So, because look, not only that, but I've also restarted the game I have like multiple save files on that game, and I haven't.
are
beat
you
it.
fucking? Nah, I can't defend you.
You know what I realized,
Don't
Alex, that you
defend
could have
them.
done.
Don't defend
You know,
them.
before we
Okay.
get back into the Nintendo Direct. Oh, you know what you could have done?
What?
So like, the way the game, like, I know the game doesn't really tell you like previously on,
No,
but
it doesn't tell you shit.
but
What
like
game
the way
does
you,
that, though?
I know, but
Just going.
but you know how the game doesn't really tell you shit, but like but things are open to you, right? So you could why don't you just figure out what areas are open to you, look up like how far you're in, and be like, oh, okay, now I need to go this way. You know what I'm saying?
So because life is so simple.
Just start
It's
fresh.
as simple as I am describing it to you.
Start
Bro,
fresh.
just don't
I know.
play it.
I have I've already said I was gonna do it. As long as the cartridge holds up, I'm going to stream it and from beginning to end because I need this joke to stop.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna play it, but I also want to show the profiles because it's legit over 180 hours. It's hilarious to me. I really hope it doesn't die.
You'll beat it when Rafa wins in Mario Party.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the direct. Okay.
Okay.
So they announced a bunch of ports. Which is how this conversation started. But they announced a bunch of ports that are coming over to the Switch. Like Ninja Gaiden, Stubbs the Zombie, a bunch of other shit. Some Samurai Warriors 5. No, that's not a port. That's a new game. What's that? Not Outer Worlds. Outer Wilds is coming
Outer
over.
Worlds.
Yeah. And Fall Guys, which is one of the bigger ones. Now, much like everybody does when they're announcing a game, they make it seem like it's going to be exclusive to their console. So when I saw this, I was like, oh shit, the Switch is getting Fall Guys, and the Switch is getting Stubbs the Zombies and Ninja Gaiden. These games are coming out everywhere else also. It's not just Switch exclusives, which to me ultimately negates the announcement off of the Direct, because now you just announced a game that's coming out everywhere. So if we can...
Well, I mean, it's that thing that PlayStation does, that Sony does also.
Yeah, they get ragged on it for it too.
Yeah, I hate it when they do it.
Oh, okay. I'm just
Yeah,
You
like...
gotta
well,
think about it. You got to think about it. I grew up as a Nintendo fan, and like even till this day, I don't know about much of these games, dude. Like I find out because of Nintendo.
That's
That's
also
a good point.
That's also true.
My what I was trying to say there is not I'm mad that they're getting it. That's not what I'm saying.
You're just mad that they're touting it as exclusive.
like the announcements don't really matter because it's like
it's more
not like specific to them.
That, and it's more so that they're tacked onto this Direct to kind of fluff it up to be
But-
50 minutes, and it's like
I mean, not everybody has multiple consoles. Typically,
yeah.
typically people tend to have one console.
what
That's
hold
the
on.
thing. Like we're
They stick
spoiled,
to it.
dude. We
Yeah.
have
I'm not-
We have other consoles. Like we can play it on the best shoehorse console we can. But there's kids out there that be like, mommy, I want to play Fall Guys, and then they just have a Switch.
I'm with that. I'm not against. I'm not. Yeah, okay. No kid is gonna play Ninja Gaiden, but I'm not saying.
Play Ninja Gaiden.
You're not a kid. I'm not saying that they shouldn't get it. I'm saying when they do it on the direct is what my point is. Like you can do a video, do other stuff.
Where else are you doing?
Where everybody else does it. Just put it on a YouTube channel. It's over there now. Let IGN handle it. Like sure. My thing is for me when I watch directs, like to me directs, I don't know why I hold them this way because they've never been this way. Is for the big Nintendo announcements. This is where they announce the big Nintendo exclusive games. This is why you should own a Switch. That's what a direct was to me. Obviously, Nintendo doesn't feel that way about directs anymore. But like for example, Splatoon 3, that goes in a direct. Splatoon 2 DLC for the 900th time, not in a direct. Go somewhere else with that. Mario Golf, that goes in a direct. Ninja Gaiden collection, not so much on a direct. That's my thing about it. Like even the Miitopia game that's coming out, that's regardless of how we feel about it personally, that goes into a direct because that's a Nintendo reason. That's a reason to own a Switch. That's how I feel.
Why would you say no to like promotion though? Like that's just additional promotion to those games. You know,
it just shows that the Switch has games.
Because people are going to be watching it.
Yes, I'm. My argument is not promoting the games. It's not that. It's just I'm more so critiquing the direct as a whole. It is what I'm saying. I personally took points off because. Look at me, I'm taking points off. I'm grading it. But I'm taking points off because when you break it down past the initial reveal of Fall Guys, which, yes, it's a big deal that it's coming on the Switch. I'm not knocking that. Ninja Gaiden Collection.
It's like very happy that it's on the Switch. I might play it more.
Yeah.
Sure, fine. Ultimately cool. But when you break down the reveal, this is also coming on Xbox Series X and everything else. Why would you play it on the Switch? If you granted, I know, yes, certain people have only the Switch. I understand that. But it kind of takes away from the reveal to me when it's like, this is not just on the Switch. This is just everywhere. Which, yes, cool promotion for the game, all that good stuff. I didn't know a collection was coming until I saw it on the direct. Fine. But, like, I wanted more so, like, these are shit you can only get on the Switch. Give me a reason to, like, yo, I have a Switch. I'm so happy I have a Switch. I can only play this on my Switch. Let's go, Switch. That's what I wanted. But instead, I got, hey, you can also play this on Xbox, but if you want to take it with you, buy it on Switch as well. And that, for me, I'm like,
you know what?
You sound like a hater.
Thinking about it now, I'm just gonna. Rafa's a toxic one anyway, but like thinking about it now, it's like we have to keep in mind that yes, there are people with multiple consoles and stuff like that, sure, but there are some people with multiple consoles. Everybody has a primary. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I'm always excited for an Xbox. Like any announcement because it's Xbox. I'm more inclined to know about that information like Ninja Gaiden or Stubbs the Zombie. If I am an Xbox fan looking at Xbox's announcements, so like as a Nintendo person, if my primary thing is Nintendo and the Switch, like this is still stuff that's it's available to everybody, but it's like, hey Nintendo community, look what we got. We got Fall Guys now. We have Ninja Gaiden. Like, so I can see it that way as well. And at the same time,
sorry.
No, go ahead, Rafa. No,
I was saying also, I mean, before the Switch, you know, it was really just Nintendo doing their own thing. You know, it was just Nintendo games and a bunch of garbage. But now Nintendo's actually sharing the same game spaces in a sense with Sony and Xbox. You know,
that's also true. Because it's like before they were very stingy with everything, and now it's like look at the third parties that we have. Look at
the relationship we're having with these guys.
Also, the whole thing of like exclusivity and shit like that. That's like a console war thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? Wait, let me finish speaking. Wait, why pause?
I'm throwing a flag on the play on that comment. But go ahead.
Well, let me say because like look, like who are the people who are like, hey, look what we got. Come here. Xbox and PlayStation. Well, Nintendo does that, but it's like they don't have to, you know. Like Nintendo's in a whole nother league in their own. Like they're fine, you know. who gives like yeah, sure, people will be disappointed if it's not like the best direct or whatever the fuck, but people will still get the stuff, you know? Like Nintendo has a very strong and faithful community.
Loyal.
They don't need to, you know, be like,
Market.
"Oh, the next Mario," because when that shit's ready, the community's going to get it. It doesn't matter. They don't have to fight for people to get their shit cuz the people are going to get it.
Okay, so let me. You said that they don't need to tout exclusives. Nintendo was built and they are where they're at because of their exclusives. I don't want to hear that they don't have to tout it.
I'm not knocking the importance of exclusives. I'm just saying that their exclusives are heavy hitters. They don't need to tout them because they know what they got.
Right, but
like,
if this
look at our lineup, bitch.
If this is I'm not. No way did I say, hey, just show off your. No, I'm saying that for me, this direct was a disappointment because it was a whole bunch of third-party shit that you can get everywhere. The exclusives are the only reason to own a Switch. That is, in my opinion, yes. You can only play Odyssey there. You can only play Breath of the Wild there. Some of the greatest games of this generation, only on Switch. When you give me when you have a console the sales of that console are based on their exclusives. No one is buying a Switch for Ninja Gaiden collection. You know, they're buying it for Smash. They're buying it for Mario Kart, Odyssey, all this other stuff. Yes, those are nice bonuses.
You can make the same argument with Sony. I'll only get a PlayStation so I can play God of War, Last of Us.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
Like exclusivities are king. Yes, that's like everybody's aware. But I wouldn't sit here and say that like there's certain games that I would have gotten anywhere else because they're available everywhere else. But I prefer to get it on the Switch because I know I'll probably play it on the Switch. The fact that it's portable and all that shit, that's more incentive for me to get it. Like I want to get Stubbs the Zombie on the Switch because I can take that shit.
We're having two different conversations. I'm in agreement with you.
I think it's all the same conversation though.
No, I'm talking about the directs, not the console itself and the exclusivities of it. I'm just talking about when they do directs and how me personally feel like they should just more focus on their own shit. Especially
I agree,
when it's a direct.
But I'm also like justifying it with X, Y, and Z. But go ahead, Junior.
So the same thing. In the veins of directs, you could look at like Xbox and their E3 world premiere, and it's like you think this is some Xbox exclusive shit, and then next thing you know, you see a tweet later. Oh yeah, it's on PlayStation 4 or 5,
or like really tiny at the
like,
bottom.
All these companies do this, bro.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Or when PlayStation shows off Call of Duty, Cold War, and all this other stuff, and it's like we're gonna get the same game.
And what I'm feeling now with the direct is the exact same way when Sony did it with Resident Evil Village. It's the exact same thing when they do it with Call of Duty. Whenever Microsoft comes out and shows off whatever bullshit game they're not having exclusives, I feel the same way. I'm not against the practice of it, but the only difference is that it was in a Nintendo Direct. It wasn't at a E3 conference. You know, that's the difference for me. Nintendo, this is the Nintendo name, the Nintendo brand, and again, I understand why. I was just specifically speaking on this Direct.
You just don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it because me as a person who has a Switch and I'm a Nintendo fan and all stuff, I want to know more about what the fuck you're doing, not what you're bringing over that I can get everywhere else.
I get you. No, I get you.
That's all.
I get that too. And again, I'm in the same boat as you. I would have loved to have heard something about Breath of the Wild 2. I'd be super excited for that. Another Mario game.
They can skip the anime garbage and then just go straight to Splatoon 3.
And then I know Smash is the biggest thing on the planet on the Switch, and I know that the character packs are important. But god damn it, if I'm not sick and tired of hearing of another Fire Emblem or another Xenoverse, whatever the fuck character, Xenoblade.
To be fair though, Xenoblade's only been having Shulk for like years and years.
Yeah, so they needed
someone else.
It just so happens to be another anime swordsman.
They don't need another anime swordsman. Smash does not need another anime swordsman.
They don't need another Fire Emblem character. They don't need
They don't need an anime character with a sword. I don't care what they're from. They don't need any more of those.
I get what you're saying, but like again, Xenoblade only had Shulk in the game. They needed somebody else in there.
They don't need shit.
Hey, Metal Gear has Solid Snake and that's it.
Well, hold up. Wait,
put somebody else in there.
Who else are you going to put in there?
But that's
Raiden? Metal Gear? There's so many other characters.
They're not going to put a whole Metal Gear in there.
It's a little different though, like because Metal Gear is, Metal Gear and all that, but there's Konami behind it, and Konami has reps now. They have Simon Belmont. and the other Belmont. So like at that point, yes, I agree. There should be more like characters of the Metal Gear series, but like the companies need more representation. If that makes any sense.
So you're saying this is more so a company thing as opposed to individual franchise.
Correct. Would it be nice? Yeah, but if you look at the existing characters, like I want another Sonic character, but fuck it. I'd rather have original characters. Like look at Ryu and Ken. Yeah, they're two Street Fighter characters, but that's just a copy.
They're pretty much the same.
Yeah, no, I'm more for giving more, like mixing it up a little more. Like for me,
with the fighters.
I don't care. Yes, whatever, the Smash community cares about this, but I don't really give a fuck about their moveset, their timing. I don't give a shit. If it's an anime person with a sword, I don't want it. That's just me, though. I understand they're going to play completely different than the rest of them, but for me personally, I'm tired of seeing these anime characters with swords.
To be fair, though, this fighter pass has been kind of even throughout. You know, we had
Sephiroth is an anime character with a sword.
Yeah, and then this,
and then we got
Min Min's an anime noodle.
Min Min is from what's that game?
Arms. So we have Min Min, Steve, right?
And then we got Steve, like one of the most craziest characters.
So
out
you
there.
named 4 characters. 2 of them are anime people with swords. Where's the balance?
Literally balanced. That's 50%, Alex. That's what balance is.
That's not balance.
If you look at the whole
50%.
If you look at the whole Smash Pass, it's majority anime characters. They got Joker. They have the Dragon Quest hero. They got Byleth. They got
Joker's. But no, hold on.
He's anime.
Are you saying anime? Hold up.
Anime looking
or sword characters? Because there's 2 different things.
Well, I'm just saying the anime argument.
Because Alex is arguing about sword characters.
I'm talking about both.
It's both.
Granted, the majority of the anime characters have a sword.
It's both. It's both. Rob,
but the majority are just anime swordsmen, dude.
Yeah.
Right, but I wouldn't put Joker on that list. Joker is completely different.
He's an anime gun.
He's
he's got guns, but he's an anime character. It's like it's kind of the same.
But it's different though. He plays.
It's
different.
I guess.
No, I agree with Rafa.
I agree.
Thank you.
It's like, well, first off, Junior, did you care for the fighter? Like I don't even remember the person's name. Like, but do you care for the fighter that they announced?
Is it
not really? Like I didn't really feel anything. Like I don't give a fuck about Xenoblade, dude. Like,
yeah, I don't care.
I just like Shulk in Smash. Like that's it. I don't really care for Xenoblade that much. I'm not gonna play it.
I'm here defending it, but honestly, I don't care about Xenoblade. You know,
nah, no one does.
No, but I'm just saying.
But people do. People do. Don't get me wrong.
Because
my views don't represent Geekjar or anything, but like, like people do care. But it isn't like
there's a huge community for Xenoblade.
You know?
No, Junior, right. we speak in absolutes. If we don't like it, no one else likes it. Nobody gives a fuck about Xenoblade.
We take things personally here. We take things very personally here.
Everything is unified. So
like,
if
I didn't play Xenoblade.
We don't like that shit, then I'm not gonna. I can't say anything because we don't like that.
If I never play Xenoblade sucks. That's it. That's how it works.
Is Xenoblade a Nintendo exclusive? I'm like.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
Well, then it's like, in that case, it's like, it's one of our own. We've been kind of giving them out to people, you know, with Minecraft and Sephiroth and shit like that. If Xenoblade is one of our guys, and we only got one person representing one of our guys,
right?
It's like, we're gonna let's show off our catalog a little bit. Granted, it's not my cup of tea. I don't give a shit.
They get you guys every time with these battle passes, man. They're like, yo, don't worry. There's gonna be one character that you like, and you're gonna buy this whole thing, but you gotta suffer through these 3 bullshit characters.
I want all of them.
I buy the characters that I want. Like, granted, I do get a little jelly when I go over to Rafa's and he's got all the characters like, "Fuck," but like,
dude,
I get the characters I want.
I need to have all of them just because my mind is warped that way. Like, I just need to have them all.
You're a sheep.
I just need to collect them all. I don't even care if I play
Not Junior though. He's a fan. You are a sheep, Rafa.
Dude, I don't care.
There's a difference between fan and sheep.
I buy all the battle passes. I need to have
a loyal fan. Like you, Rafa, are crabbing a bucket.
Like, I remember back in the day when Smash was out, like Melee and Brawl or whatever, and it's like, man, I need to have all the characters unlocked. I cannot have all the characters unlocked.
I agree with that.
That's different.
but that feeling is still there. You know, like damn, I don't have everybody. You know?
Like it doesn't look right.
It
I went to
doesn't.
my boy's house
Exactly.
and my boy was missing Piranha Plant. I was like,
Like get this
like,
bullshit off.
Like
the
I'm about to
TV.
just buy it for you because like
Dude,
I
I legit missed it when it was free for Piranha Plant. I legit bought Piranha Plant because I felt empty without him in the roster. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Like I legit bought him.
Feel right.
But I was gonna say
Horrible.
something. But you know what it is? Like, other than all the Fire Emblem characters, because those characters play all the fucking same, like the other swordsman characters, they try their best to make them unique. Even though they have swords. Like I played Sephiroth when we played Ignite. He's not just like another swordsman character. Like that motherfucker is different.
He felt
Yeah,
no
he's
different to me.
different.
His sword was just longer.
And he has crazy range.
No, it's not the same.
Did he swing the sword? Because if he swung the sword, then
Here you
he's
go.
the same ass character.
Did somebody kick? Did somebody throw a punch? They're all the same. Like
Yeah.
Alex is just being toxic.
I mean, it is what it is. He has a sword. He has long hair. He's anime.
I
Same
saw
person.
someone on Twitter. They're like, I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, f these anime swordsmen," when they're like, "There's so many projectile characters. Long live Donkey Kong!" And then it's like,
Right, the Donkey Kong is
I
just
saw a
straight
fucking chart, bro, and like everyone has a projectile except my boy Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong, yeah.
He'll use you as a projectile.
Yeah, you are the projectile when you fight Donkey
it was-
Kong.
Word,
I'ma
my
throw
man
you,
picks
bitch.
up, and he throws you himself.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like I was like, I don't need to throw shit. I'm throwing you off this map. Like, what are you talking about?
No, but yeah, Smash. That's cool. What was aside from that character? What was the biggest thing for you guys on the direct? Like your like
Splatoon 3, baby.
personally, the biggest
Mario
like,
Golf.
Yeah,
Oh, Mario Golf too.
I'm on Mario Golf. Yeah, for me.
Skyward Sword, I was really excited. Like, I legit was like, I don't remember my reaction too well, but I was like, yo, like, I love Skyward Sword.
I was like, nice.
Other than Smash, I mean, I really don't care for those characters, but you know, just gonna have them in my roster. But Splatoon 3, I really like Splatoon.
Yeah.
So can't wait to see
Samesies.
what that's about. And you know, Mario Golf. We haven't. I kind of want to get into like playing those sport Mario games again. You know, hopefully, you know, sooner than later we get like another Strikers or something, and that's what I want the most.
Bro.
Yo, speaking of Mario Golf,
Nintendo bought them, no? Didn't is it? New
yeah,
Light
they
or
bought
some shit
them.
like that?
They bought next
bought
level
them.
games.
Ooh,
See, that
Next
could have been a
Level,
direct announcement.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
They're
could have been like,
we're
hey, we
working
just
on
bought
it.
Next Level Games. Alex, man, I like this. We just bought Next Level Games, and we're making something. All right, peace.
Oh no, see, that's
I would have
different.
been like, all right, they're working on something. That's what's up.
Wait, that's
like they
way
working.
different.
They
I
on
would
the-
like
they on
that.
the
That's
tuck.
different than here's the guy working Breath of the Wild. I know what y'all want to hear about Breath of the Wild, but we ain't got shit. Here's Skyward Sword. Like that I didn't like. But it'd be different
Like,
if
I
it's
feel like
like
that would have helped out so much. Like, hey, we're just making another Mario game. I don't know what it is, but we're making one. That would have got the. I think that would have just made the direct itself.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have to show any gameplay. They just said, "Yo, we're making another Mario game."
You just have to say you're working. You know, you don't even have to say like we don't got anything for you. It's like it's coming, and the whole fan base would just lose their shit,
Basically.
me including.
I'm with that. I'm with that. Yeah, Splatoon 3, excellent announcement. I'm happy for it. When it showed up on the screen, I was like, oh shit, that's coming in 2021 because this was the focus of the direct, and then 2022, and I'm like, oh great, cool.
They always do this, bro.
Lie to
Always,
me.
always. Look at Metroid Prime 4. Like,
Remember
Fam.
when that they threw that 4 up and we never saw it again?
Well, they came out later and said, hey, we restarted the whole ass
Yeah,
game.
I know
so
why, but it's like you
they said
restarted.
this shit
Did
was
you
garbage.
They said, hey, this game is dog shit. Could you make another one? But it's like they could have told me what, like, hey, still working on it. Hey, I know y'all
No.
waiting for something.
But no, yeah, for me, Mario Golf, those games have always been fun, and I don't really give a fuck about golf. But whatever reason, Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color, I think was the one with the story mode and all that.
Yeah,
Am I tweaking?
Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, those special place in my heart. Love those games. So I'm really looking forward to that, like golf with friends mode where you're running around the field.
Wait. Can I backtrack a little bit to
Yeah,
like 2
go
years
ahead.
ago? Remember we did that whole Mario Tennis?
Bro,
Yeah.
I was gonna bring it up. Thank you.
Yo. I would fly out to you guys just to fucking play Mario Golf, bro.
Junior, I
Let's
have an
do
idea.
it.
I have an idea. I'm gonna run it by you. I'm gonna run it by you after the podcast. But I have an idea for
Like-
golf.
I would order a flight and I would not tell my job I left the States, and then I would fucking go right to you guys just to fucking play Mario Golf.
I have an idea. I have an idea for it. We can talk about it afterwards. But I'm so glad you brought up tennis because, like, other than the Versus series that we did with tennis, Mario Tennis was okay at best for me.
Yeah.
Like, can we agree that it was okay? Like,
Yeah, I didn't like
it's
it.
nowhere near
Yeah,
where
it was like.
That was the only time I played that game.
Yo, you
Yo,
never played Mario
low-key
Tennis? I used to
word.
play it on
After
the
that-
64. Like,
He's talking about the
Exactly, me
Switch
too.
version.
I'm about to Switch version. I never touched it. again
oh
after that.
yeah. After that weekend, I never touched it again.
Yeah, I didn't touch it either.
So my biggest worry is that like they're not putting as much effort into the sports games, and like while this one does look cool and the whole golf racing sounds hilarious to me,
Yeah.
but like I can't help shake the feeling. Is that how you say that? That this might be like Mario Tennis where it's not going to be that great. And
So
just
I
can't
agree with
shake
you,
that.
just because like Alex played the Game Boy Advance ones, and I feel like the whole charm of those games was that like, yes, it was Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, but was it really? Because once you played those games, it's like, dude, you're some random ass
Some buck
10-year-old
wild shit.
and these random ass humans, and here it just feels like, all right, it's just Mario characters. Like I feel like it's like a watered down version of what it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
I
feel
don't
like they
even like
should've
the
made
fact
it
they're using a
worse.
me. Like I'd rather have an original character.
Yeah.
Like they could have just thrown in New Donk City people, and I would have been okay with it.
That would have been really. That would actually been really tight. Didn't
Why
like,
are they
Wario
still-
and Waluigi get it like announced in Mario Tennis? Like they were shown off for the first time or something. Like not Wario, Waluigi. Wasn't he shown off in Mario Tennis 64 or something like that?
Yeah, that was his debut game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, do it again. Bring me a random character in tennis or not in tennis in golf.
So
Give me a golfing guy.
why is Nintendo still bringing around Mii's? Like why?
I'm okay with that. I'm
Are
okay
you-
with that.
Memes are
like memes.
funny.
I'm
I like
okay with that,
memes.
but
they're
they should
memes.
just
They're memes. I
Little
like it.
me's. Little me's. Little
Yeah.
avatars.
like I wouldn't. All right, let me backtrack. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. Like let me backtrack. You guys ever play Wii Sports and then the
Yes.
Yes.
the dude comes up, his name was Matt. He had the beard and everything.
He's bald.
Yes, he's bald.
He's like incredibly hard or some shit like
Correct.
that.
Like if there was like memeable memes, I'll be all for it. You know, like yo, I can't fucking be Matt in golf.
Right.
Like
That-
I'll
yeah.
be okay with it. That doesn't require much resources and modeling. Nintendo saves money, but just
Right.
don't give me another Koopa
It's
Trooper and
memes, bro.
Goomba to
It's-
face.
It's memes. It's for the memes, you know?
Correct. Like I'd rather say, yo, I lost against Rafa's lookalike.
Right. Like in Smash, all my Mii fighters are different business animals.
What the fuck?
Did you say business animals?
Mm-hmm. Like
What
I have a cat in a business suit. He's a brawler for the Mii fighters. I have a monkey swordsman in a business suit, and I got a bear who has the shooter. It's a briefcase since it's gone. They're all business animals. They're just memes. You know what I'm saying? Just,
And you, as a grown ass adult, felt comfortable to say that out loud.
yes, it's hilarious. I bust them
my-
out when I play Smash. I bust them out and I make business jokes when I play as them.
I
Okay.
have never heard you make
Nah.
any of like. Is this
You
how
haven't
recent
seen
is
them.
this?
You
How
haven't seen
recent is
them.
this?
Don't play
I've-
Smash or
but-
Rafa.
Play
Confirmed.
Smash with me, guys.
No.
So I can pick the monkey and be like, "Hey, let's have some monkey business."
Oh my god.
I don't know if I want to do all that for that punchline. I don't know if I want all that for that punchline. I don't think it's worth.
It's not.
Hey, yo, my man said the
a
office
monkey
look. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo.
This all
Yeah,
right,
if
man.
you-
It's for
If
the
you were
memes,
just
bro.
beating the
It's for
shit out of
memes.
everybody with the office in the background, I might consider it.
To be fair, guys, we're putting too much emphasis on like a Mario Golf, where we could play all the sports, and Mario versus Sonic at the Olympic Games, baby. Hey, we have all the sports. What's the
getting-
problem?
Yo,
Alright,
give me Mario
ass cheeks.
baseball, bro.
That's what I want. The Mario Slugger.
Strikers, man. I
Strike,
just-
no.
Strikers.
No, Strikers. I would pick
No,
Strikers. over
Strikers
all
is the soccer
would-
one,
The
right?
soccer one,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
But Mario,
Yeah, I would pick.
Man.
Mario
I would
Slugger
either-
is the baseball one.
I'll either
Sluggers,
pick
yeah.
Strikers or if they did like a 3v3 basketball.
Ooh, I'm super
three
down
on-
for 3v3, bro.
Dude, I played the shit out of that on the DS.
Yeah.
I played the shit out of that.
It's funny because like on the Wii U they sell the game, and like I bought it November, October on the Wii U eShop. I spent $10 on Mario Hoops 3-on-3, and it's like, damn, this is what the Wii U could have been. I like the bottom screen is on the gamepad, and then the top screen's on the TV, and I'm just like, this is beautiful, bro. They really got to make this game again.
Yeah, that should be a sports game that makes a comeback 1,000%. It's fun. Why golf? As much as I am looking forward to it, like, what is, like, I'm assuming they know trends and all that. Why golf of all the sports?
It's a casual game. It's a casual game for It's professional. It's a professional sport.
I'd rather have like Nintendo NFL. You know, like give me a NFL Blitz.
On that. They were working. No, I think they were working on a wrestling game.
Oh,
yeah, I'll take that too.
Yeah, the company they just bought was working on one, and I think they have like a video of Mario. I might be wrong. Mario like slamming Waluigi.
Oh man,
I'll definitely buy that on the spot.
I would love
Mario Uncaged. Mario Uncaged.
A UFC,
it's like a gritty MMA. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some bruises and shit.
Yeah, I'll take that. Mario Combat Sports.
Like, imagine Mario triangle choking Peach.
Hey,
Jesus.
yo. I don't want the cake no more.
We could just go on like WWE 2K21 and just make the Mario characters have them fight each other.
I'm not touching a WWE 2K game.
I'm never touching a WWE again. I already made the Mario character in wrestling.
I remember we used to do that, John. We used to have like a bunch of random like characters and just play online.
I had fucking Mario Huracanrana Spider-Man out of nowhere. That shit was wild.
Okay.
2013
so
was great.
Here's what we're gonna do. Nintendo is cool. WandaVision's cool. That's nice and all. But let's get into the real topic of the day. This was at one point the premier Fast and Furious and Mortal Kombat podcast.
That's all we talked about in this
every week. So the Mortal Kombat movie trailer dropped, and it looks
like shit.
God.
Rafa, I'm gonna kick you out of this goddamn. I'm gonna kick you out of this goddamn Discord, yo.
No,
I'm gonna kick you out of here.
I want to have a discussion on it. I really want honest opinions here. I want to, because obviously I'm gonna sit here and suck this movie's dick. Like, we already know where I'm gonna be.
I like there's a way to speak about things, and that's not how.
I am gonna 1,000% bend this over and rim job this trailer, because that's just who I am. I'm cool.
We don't talk like this regular.
I don't.
No.
This is not regular banter.
That's my son.
We get horny when you shoot.
That's my son.
I just want to make my dad proud. So Mortal Kombat trailer dropped finally. I was beginning to get a little worried because that movie comes out in 2 months and we hadn't seen shit for it. And normally, you know, we've talked about it before. If a studio cares about a film, they will promote it to death. We haven't seen shit for this except like a little snippets in HBO Max trailers. So finally the trailer came out, and I'm speaking for myself. I saw it like back to back at least 15 times, and I loved it. I'm talking the whole like fanboy. I got chills, teary eyed. Like I was so fucking excited for this movie. And
bitch ass. Look at bitch ass Rafa.
It looked. We should cut his webcam off and just censor him completely. No,
I'm gonna just put bitch in front of Rafa.
No, but for real, like, I mean, it looked better than I thought it was. I was a little worried when I saw the synopsis. Better. Yeah, because we were looking at the synopsis. Entertainment Weekly, I think, did a spread on the characters and who's gonna do what. And there's a character in the film that's not in the movie. His name is there's a character in the movie that's not in the games. His name is something generic. John, what's his name? I forgot.
Like something Cole. I forget.
Something Cole. Whatever. He's not canon to the games. I think he's gonna be like the
Cole Sprouse.
No, that's from Sweet Life. No, that character's gonna be like the surrogate for the audience. What I'm assuming, you know, he's gonna take the audience through the Mortal Kombat universe.
Cole Young.
Cole Young.
Wait, that was the one that was talking to Sonya, right?
Yeah, he has the dragon.
He has like
tattoo.
the dragon.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is like the.
Yeah,
birthmark. A whole new character.
Yeah, so me and John have a whole bunch of theories. We were like deep diving it ourselves and just going at it. But I was a little worried when they announced that. I was like, I'm generally not a big fan when they do that, mainly because Resident Evil, the franchise, kind of shit on itself by doing that, by making the film focus on Alice, who's not canon to the games, and then those movies just did whatever the fuck they wanted. So I was worried about that. But so far, I mean, it looks like it's Mortal Kombat through and through, just with a new character. And I mean, I am fucking excited. So all the casting was beautiful. I can't say anything negative about this trailer. I'm 1000% hype train, and I'm ready to get hurt by this movie in case it does do horrible.
Yeah,
but,
they should just.
I do have something negative to say though.
Give it here.
Come here. What'd you quit us saying? I'm joking with you.
Where's Johnny Cage?
Yeah, that was what I wanted to bring up.
Yes.
Where's Johnny Cage? It's a movie.
So that is part of the theories me and John had going back and forth. This is gonna get a little into the games because
not a little
in the story. Well, yeah, a lot in the story. Mortal Kombat 1 story, which is what this is more focused on, with a little bit of elements of 2 and stuff. Johnny Cage was essentially not important. He was funny.
Important.
No.
He was a champion.
Yeah, sure, but all these guys are champions. But I'm saying he was just more so comedic relief. He didn't really start getting super important until they went back in X or 9 rather. No, actually X, because 9 he was still a pain in the ass. He was
right, but MK9 is when they restarted the timeline.
So that's when they restarted the timeline. That's when he started.
No?
That's when he started becoming more important. So I think this is more focused on the original timeline of it. I don't think they're gonna do too much back and forth. So my theory is he's gonna come back. He's gonna come out in a sequel if they do one. Is my thing, because he does. Cole is gonna be that character. Is what I think is gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna be this movie star, comedic relief character. But I think they're saving that role and that storyline for the sequel. Is my thought process.
Based off of what the trailers are showing, I'm sorry to cut you off, Jane, just real quick.
No.
Like, obviously, Kano's going to be your comic relief. Like, you can tell Kano's your funny guy.
He's going to be the funny guy, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, the movie's too gritty to have multiple funny guys. Also, like, Cole Young's character, because I, like, looked into it, he used to be a really great MMA fighter, right? That's his story. He used to be a great MMA fighter, fell from grace, and, now he's part of the Mortal Kombat thing or whatever. That's damn near identical to Johnny Cage's backstory. Johnny Cage's backstory was he was a fucking super dope movie star in the 80s or some shit like that, fell from grace, and then this came up, and then now he's saving the world. Like, you can't you can't have two of the same damn character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it was either do the Johnny Cage thing in his original form, which they're taking him more seriously in the games now, or use his, underdog, let's come back from like this fault storyline, but take it a little more seriously. So it's like I get why having Cole and taking out Johnny Cage, but like I do love Johnny Cage, and watching him punch somebody in the nuts in 2021 would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
I can wait. Wait.
I mean,
he better be in the movie to some extent, like at least as a poster in the movie theater.
Like,
yeah.
I was gonna say, is he listed in the credits?
No,
like someone as Johnny Cage?
I don't think he's even in the movie at all.
Well,
no.
Maybe they're keeping it hidden, kind of like a surprise.
Where it is just a first trailer.
Yeah.
True, it is just a first trailer. I wouldn't be surprised for them to have like a reveal type thing. They're saying something, and then he just kind of walks into frame, and everybody's like,
I think the reveals are more so going to be villains than anything else, like the opposite side or other fighters. But I do think they are going to have like a poster or something, like a ninja mime or something in the background that signify, because Ninja Mime is the movies that he's like famous for in that universe. So they might have a reference in the background, and then again bring him to the forefront.
They might have his poster or something,
or maybe like a stinger at the end where he shows up or something.
I have a lot of theories of stingers.
Like a baby trailer of Ninja Mime or something like that.
Right. My thing is that I don't like the new character. I don't like that idea at all. It's just the whole thing with Resident Evil. I'd rather keep it, with the original characters.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know. I know more Kombat through you guys, but I'm not like super into it like you guys are.
First, baby.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you guys can correct me. But isn't Liu Kang the main guy? Wasn't he considered the main story, like the main guy?
He was the of that. In the games, because this is a little different. In the games, he was the that champion of Mortal Kombat in that first tournament. Not because this isn't the first tournament, but in the first game, he saved Earthrealm that round. Yeah. Which, I mean, cool, but we've seen it done so many times. So I know when we first talked about it.
I mean, it's only been 2 other movies.
Well, the movies
just the premise of like the guy
of him winning. Okay,
like the hero is the chosen one who has to fucking.
Well, because I would have read it. I I don't just saying now because I haven't seen the movie, so I could be wrong, but I think I would have liked to have Liu Kang as a main character over this Cole guy.
Well, the way that the games are going now, with the timeline flip. It's not just about Liu Kang anymore. It's about the cast. Like, it's about the team.
Right. And that's the other thing that when I was watching the trailer, I really enjoyed the trailer. It looks really cool. It looks super violent. And it looks like they're keeping faithful to the whole, ultra violence, type of fatality and all that other stuff. Like, it looks like they're staying in line with that, which is great. And the characters look amazing, like Sub-Zero and Scorpion, like the armor and all. It looks amazing, right? But that's the one feeling that I was kind of getting off watching the trailer. I'm like, man, they have all these like really known characters. Are they going to be able to balance this out correctly? We have Scorpion, like yes, we're talking about Liu Kang and Johnny Cage, but Scorpion is really the poster child for Mortal Kombat.
Of course.
But Scorpion is the main guy, right? Yeah. So are they gonna have enough time for Scorpion? Are they gonna have time for Sub-Zero? Like, who else is Shang Tsung gonna be in there? Is he gonna be
Shang Tsung?
I'm pretty sure Shang Tsung. Thank you.
So what I was reading, it's gonna be
like Goro's in the trailer. Like, what's gonna happen with him? Like,
he's gonna get punched in the nuts one time and then fall off a cliff.
Goro's there as a boss. Goro's there for fan service, for sure.
Right, but like this, Mortal Kombat, like you guys are saying, Mortal Kombat at this point is such a giant cast of characters, right? Like, are they really gonna have enough time to really balance it out for where we could really enjoy it? I don't know. I just feel kind of off about that, but nothing against the trailer. I'm still hyped. I think what they got planned.
I think it's gonna, like, I read something and it's gonna focus a lot on Sub-Zero and Scorpion storyline. Like, I think it's Scorpion storyline they're gonna go down. That's what I read. Now, don't quote me on that. But I think they can. The animated feature that came out last year, the Scorpion's Revenge, was the story of Scorpion, how he became Scorpion. With Sub-Zero murdering his family and all that good stuff
within the first game.
Yeah. But they essentially retold Mortal Kombat 1 story again, from that perspective. And the fact that the ensemble movies are now second nature in Hollywood. Like, we have nothing but ensemble movies, like, look at Avengers, look at all this other shit going on. It's never really about one person anymore.
Right, but like with the Avengers, like, they took their time to kind of build that up. Yeah, like Justice League, they fucked that one up. So
that's more of a that's a studio thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
but the difference is that, for example, like Justice League and Avengers, that is a million different stories doing this into one. This is all one story.
Yeah,
like they all have the same
thing anyway.
You're right.
They're not too deep.
Yeah.
Right, and now I'm thinking about it, like, there's certain characters they can leave off for, like, later on, like,
exactly.
I don't feel like they need to put in Cyrax and, like,
no, he doesn't come until way later anyway.
Like Striker, or I'm just trying to think of names.
Noob Saibot.
Yeah.
Noob Saibot.
Oh, Noob Saibot's actually very, very important, but he's not going to show up here.
He's not Mortal Kombat 1 worthy, but there's
Reptile's in this, right? I'm pretty sure I saw Reptile in the trailer.
I'm fairly certain that's Reptile, but they ain't say shit. But I'm fairly certain that was Reptile.
I'm so fucking hyped, man. So we have some of the theories that we have going into it is I don't know how versed you guys are into the games, but in the first half of the games, I'm talking about until the end of the PlayStation 2 era, right before MK versus DCU, which was when they started going into the whole story that we have now. It was all leading up to this Dragon King Onaga, which
Armageddon, right?
Deception was where he came out. Like, Shinjinko was a character in the games. He brought him out. So what happened was Shinjinko's storyline was actually taking place in the background of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. Like, he was doing that shit while other stuff was going on. He's the Dragon King. Cole has the dragon emblem burned into him. So we think John kind of came up with this, saying that this guy was a descendant of him, of Onaga, and they're kind of building up to like he's gonna be. I don't want to make this comparison, but he's gonna be that Thanos level threat that comes out maybe 2-3 movies later, where it's kind of building up to that. Because the story goes, Shang Tsung.
Are we talking about like Onaga will be the big baddie?
Yeah, Onaga. So something happens that they bring him out. Because the story it goes, and it looks like they're following it pretty closely, is Shang Tsung is like the first main baddie. He's the one that tries to fuck up Earthrealm.
Right.
Shao Kahn comes back on the second one, and he breaks the rules and starts doing his own thing. And then it's Shao Kahn, and then Shinnok does some stuff, and a bunch of stuff happens, and then it ends up they bust out Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. The Deadly Lions. They fuck up. They betray Shao Kahn and end up fighting Onaga, who came out of nowhere to them, and they get fucked up. So it's a lot of story. It's a lot that goes on.
Right.
There's a lot you just said that not a lot of people will know about.
Yeah. So
you said a lot.
That was gonna be my next point.
And I left out a ton.
Yeah.
That was gonna be my next point because sorry, John, but Ed Boon Boone or whatever that man's name is.
That's my dad.
Your dad, Alex.
Aside from Mr. Awesome.
NetherRealm Studio went back and they kind of retconned all that stuff, right?
Not necessarily. They didn't retcon it per se. They're kind of
ignoring it.
No, it happened and they're going back, and it's kind of happening again, but different. So that's
it's like Days of Future Past.
Yeah, it's still happening, but it's not beat for beat. So it's
like what about the new people then? Like the lady, the element lady, and the guy with the sand and stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all connected.
They're all connected. So that was happening again in the background. It's like they keep going back and later.
It's like
aren't those new characters though?
New characters to us.
They're new, but that doesn't mean that.
Oh, okay.
It's literally like it's like pulling the curtain back or like taking a step way back to see. Like,
I didn't know that.
The full picture.
I didn't have no idea about.
Yeah, so like the story of Mortal Kombat is like it's
confusing.
It's a lot, and like if you're not super into the story, it can get quite confusing, especially that Onaga part. Right. That part is like a whole thing, because like the story of Onaga is like he's like this ancient fucking dragon.
He was the leader of he was the leader of Outworld like a 1,000 years I think before Shao Kahn took over. So when Onaga left, because he was so powerful because he has the power of resurrection, so his armies technically can't die. He just keeps bringing them back right then and there. So I forgot what happened, but he's gone. Over time, Shao Kahn is in power, and they just forget over time about Onaga. He just becomes a myth, a legend. But he never actually left. He just got
he's just dormant.
He's in that Superman thing where they put him in that glass and they're flying through space. Yeah, he's in that, I guess.
And then I think is it Melina that kills Reptile or some shit like that?
Natara, who's a vampire lady,
who's like a vampire chick.
Who's in the movie, by the way?
The vampire bitch is in. But she kills Reptile, leaving Reptile's corpse as like a vessel for Onaga to come back. Yeah. So the big baddie dragon thing is like Reptile's corpse. My theory is two things. Either one, Cole is way more important and is like somehow a descendant of Onaga and like or something because he has like that dragon symbol, the Mortal Kombat dragon symbol. Because like in the trailers, if you notice, there's like a certain fighter that Goro's fight. Like there's a fighter that Goro's fighting who I think is Cole, and he has like it looks like armored skin or like really thick skin, and I think that's like his dragon heritage or something like coming out, like he's realizing his potential. That's one thing. But two, they might actually do the Onaga story and actually play it straight because in the trailer. It's not really a spoiler because it's in the trailer. Kano fucking kills Reptile. So that's literally
he kills a reptile.
Well, he kills a reptile. They didn't name him by name, but it's like That's a dragon, motherfucker, baby. You could put your soul in that.
That plays into it because again, Nataro's in the film and she's part of it.
And she plays into the Onaga storyline.
It could very well be that Cole is just Onaga reincarnated or some shit, and he turns out to be Onaga. It could be something like that. But this is all obviously speculation.
This is all speculation. There's nothing. But like, I feel like he has like the dragon blood or something in him. Maybe he's needed. Like his blood is needed in order to bring Onaga back. Like. Maybe you need some sort of blood from an ancestor, and Onaga and him are like distant relatives or some shit like that.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe.
I'm excited.
Like, you're like my great grandson or something. I don't know.
The only thing I want from this Mortal Kombat movie is to have meat in there, baby. We gotta get meat up in there.
I want mocap.
Or mocap.
I literally just want the guy who did the motion capture.
If meat or
games.
mocap are not in there, I'm boycotting this movie.
Oh no, Rafa's gonna boycott the film. It's over.
The only thing I want is the movie to come out. That's it. I just want to watch it.
I'm gonna stand outside the theater where the sign says, "No meat, no entry."
You're not Arby's. Where's the meat?
God.
No meat, no entry. No meat, no entry, like that.
You know, you gotta watch the movie to find out if he's in it, right?
I ask you guys.
I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell
I'm gonna
you.
say,
Tell
bro,
me.
watch that movie. It's good. Or,
No,
bro, don't
what's-
watch it.
I'm
It's
just gonna-
bad.
As me, Rafa.
I'm just gonna Google it.
What's funny about it is like
it's
it's
the new Mortal Kombat movie.
because it's coming out on HBO Max. Rafa's gotta like protest everybody's fucking house.
Yeah.
he's gonna be like
Yeah.
Santa Claus of protest.
Rafa's
When
on
more-
stream.
Yeah.
Rafa's on stream just saying, don't watch Mortal Kombat.
Right.
No meat.
I'm gonna have
No meat,
a
no entry.
schedule, like a tour schedule. I'm gonna be in your block from Monday to Thursday, beginning of the next month.
Yo, the police are gonna be
Protesting.
called on you so fast.
like this bald dude's yelling,
Like,
no
yo, this
meat, no
random
entry.
dude's talking about how he ain't got no dick or something, but he keeps talking about his meat.
I'm gonna be in New York from March 10th to March 20th protesting.
Ooh.
Ain't you go 10 days in New York?
Yeah,
Dude,
10 days
all
New
right.
Year's protesting.
All right. I think we're good
I
there.
think that's a nasty way to end it,
Yeah,
but
that
we
is
got
the way
it.
to end it.
I'm sorry. Yo, special thanks to Mr. Awesome for spending time with us on this Play-In Pod. Shout out to him for the 10K.
You that man.
I'll
You
drink
that
to
boy.
that.
Links for his channel are in the description on all the audio stuff. Not that he needs it because he's Mr. Algorithm. He's all good, but it's going to be
Hey.
there.
That man.
No, it's all good.
Mr. Algorithm.
Mr. Algorithm over here.
That should be your Twitter name.
Mr. Algorithm.
For real,
No.
Mr.
Mr. Algorithm
Algorithm.
means his stories.
No, for real. I hope you get
For
your
real,
stories,
wait,
man.
wait.
I hope you get your stories. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Appreciate it. You're welcome anytime. Doesn't have to be Nintendo topics. For you listeners, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, no. Thank you so much for sharing. We see the growth on the streaming platforms. You guys are killing it. I love it. Keep going. Now sausage or whatever that young boy meme is.
Ooh, wow.
You remember
Go
that?
ahead and
That's
date
a
yourself, man,
a
Alex.
old reference too.
Nice. Go ahead and date yourself.
I hate
Can't
you.
wait to dab on the haters.
Right.
Yeah.
Is a cat daddy still cool? No, shout out to you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next week or on stream or on Mr. Awesome's channel. Wherever we see us, we'll see you seeing us, seeing you. All right, guys.
Jesus
Bye.
Christ.
That was
Bye.
fucking horrible.
Bye.